Siegfried a little bit more, primarily known as a Zoe player, right? But has kind of recognized, hey, I want to play another character and maybe cover some bad matchups, maybe some gaps in Zoe's defense. But right now, this Siegfried has been doing a lot of work for them, already Grandmaster.
I was going to say, this is the first time I've gotten to see Tubbie Siegfried in bracket. TiempoGris is also, I feel like it's been a little bit since I've seen them in, but still rocking the Beatrix all the way. 6-6M already blessing the dome of Tubbie, forcing that Brave counter out as well.
Oh, the ult and ult, unfortunately, going a little bit faster there for TiempoGris, able to win that trade and get the meter refreshed a little bit. Just finding these little riding free setups, and the 6-6L pressure is just so strong. We have enough meter to SBA, but of course it did start off with a weak starter, so probably not going to see a kill here yet.
Starlight, nothing comes of it. Tubbie able to fight their way out, but the cost of that bravery point, the cost of 50 meter, the resource expenditure is adding up, but they got a hit.
Going in for the Orkin, it's very scary. Just a BC whiff, but nobody punishing, so just gonna block it out. A little scared. Ult DP finds the hit. We're getting low on life. Oh, the counter, but not quite there.
Tubbie thought they were close enough for close heavy. Unfortunate. Now TiempoGris just racking up those plus frames, saying, I bet you will DP out of here. Holding back, awaiting their turn, and taking that round.
Oh, unfortunate. Looking so close to chip out, but you do got to get them to that very zero for the chip out to matter. But it's only round one. It is first to three the whole way through. So we got data rounds, data games to spend, and just kind of figure out how these players play.
Tubbie slowly forcing TiempoGris into the corner with this onslaught and checking the spacing. TiempoGris going for a very deep run up, and Tubbie's having none of it.
It's a double install combo and forcing Beatrix to stay in the corner. TiempoGris got to find a way out, but it's so tricky with that fireball, so vertical, and there's the ult fireball finding the hit. Big damage on the table.
Oh yeah, got another raging chain. There we are.
Good optimization. A lot of players don't recognize to use your ult skill as a non-cancel, so you get that additional refund back, so you can use the Raging Strike follow-up. So good awareness of Tubbie going into round 3. This is going to be a long haul. I can feel it already.
Oh yeah, I was a little bit scared there when Tubbie whipped that DP in neutral. Fortunately, I guess part of that Siegfried DP change, he's not doing the second hit, so you're not stuck in that active frames for quite so long.
Oh yeah, and forcing the BC out really early on that jump in. Luckily able to find the hit though, and now we're just kind of back to neutral, but the ult fireball able to close space, and Tubbie getting closed out into the corner now.
This is where you hate to be against Beatrix. So often Tubbie's been spending that bravery point, because that is the exact situation you're trying to avoid. Spend the BP, spend the 50 meter, it doesn't matter. As long as I get out of the corner against this Beatrix, I'm in a much better place.
Absolutely. And you know, Tievo, even when they don't have the corner, right, they've been doing a really good job of counter-calling ult fireballs, and theirs is a little bit quicker, so either getting the trade on the fireballs or the hit is super critical, but a whip? Oh my goodness, we're going in for the damage. TiempoGris able to take this first game.
Always the tragedy of a whiff brave counter attempt from Tubbie there. Just went a little bit wide. TiempoGris able to slide in with the 6-6L and clean up a game one that, you know, after round one, I thought it was looking fairly TiempoGris favored, but Tubbie kept it extremely tight throughout.
Yeah, that round 2 able to close it out, and then round 3, you know, wasn't really too many mistakes on Tubbie's, right? TiempoGris has been doing this weird thing with their play patterns where they go fast, and then they slow it down, pump the brakes, wait for a mistake, and then they capitalize on it. And just like that, the DP to escape, putting on the pressure now.
Star Chaser after Star Chaser into the command throw, has Delta Clock available. Even though Tubbie's at 50%, you are now in the danger zone against Delta Clock Beatrix.
It's so scary too, down a BC point already too, so if they get hit by SBA, they're going down and taking some additional damage, so don't want to be too worried about that, but still got to play to win and go in for the aggression.
Definitely doing that, aggressively spending those cooldowns, spending those BPs. TiempoGris able to weather the storm for now and keep up the onslaught with plus frames on plus frames.
Able to punch the whiff button there with the slam. Good start. Has the Orkin, but able to punch with the spot dodge. In reverse. Delta Clock recharging. SSBA available on both sides. Somebody might explode here in the next, like, 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be down to the wire, down to one interaction. TiempoGris with the reaction super, and it is more than enough, chopping straight through.
You know, it's so funny too, because we typically see Siegfried players go for that, right? Using SBA to punish a fireball attempt, but you know, TiempoGris showing, hey, I got one of those too. You got to be careful of it. Got a good punish here. Gonna use the DP as well, and now we're going in for some more pressure. TiempoGris, of course, trying to find a way back out.
To deal with that charged Verdrungen though, that plus frames in the corner can be pretty difficult to deal with unless you spend that resource. Speaking of, Tubbie using that DP aggressively to keep TiempoGris locked down.
A raging strike, but yeah, not enough to convert off of it, and no diamonds left for TiempoGris anyways, so it's a lucky escape there for Tiempo, but still very much in danger with EP. It's going to be punished. He'll be on the board, tying it up. We're kind of seeing a replay of the first game. We'll see if maybe Tubbie can change their fate and tie it up.
Just a reminder to those in chat who might be a little bit worried for Tubbie's fate here. Tonight's ladder is first to 3 the whole way. You know, traditionally we are first to 2 until top cut, but that's not how we're doing it this evening. We got first to 3 for all competitors, all matches, so we're going to be going the distance here in our first match.
Absolutely. Tubbie definitely believing too in the Siegfried matchup, especially against what I was talking to them the other day, and they were saying that, you know, they're going to play Siegfried against players who want to play a respectful game of Granblue, right? No ignorance, no slop fest, right? And it really kind of shows too that TiempoGris has been playing really patient, right? We know Beatrix to be pretty ignorant characters at times, but TiempoGris playing it really patiently and really well.
I 100% agree. The reservedness on defense is not, you know, necessarily something we think of as a hallmark of Beatrix, but TiempoGris definitely using that and having that in his pocket. Tubbie able to take game 2 though off of a very astute frame trap there, tying us up 1-1.
Starting off the aggression really strong. You know, one of those big benefits to playing Siegfried in this matchup too is using that fireball, right? Beatrix cannot go under that. Of course, it is a grounded fireball. So they have to respect it and find another way in, but right now Tubbie DPing out and just trying to reset this pressure. We're seeing a lot of BCs early here from TiempoGris this time, already down to 1, and we're just whipping buttons now.
That's the check, right? Are you gonna whiff punish me? All right, how about if I do it again? Third time? No, you're still not whiff punishing? Here, I'll let you get one.
I'm too scared. Are you kidding me? It's got big crunchy active frames. You know, you never know if they wiggle and hit you with it. Who knows? But right now, Tubbie doing some good work here, trying to maintain this corner pressure. But the BA coming out, finding the hit, but it's not a full hit though.
How often I feel like I see the Siegfried player on the receiving end primarily of those reaction supers, but TiempoGris has been doing a phenomenal job at calling out those old flashes. Whenever they're ready for it, that super is coming out, and it's worked several times up to this point.
TiempoGris going to be able to get rewarded off the 6XL and find the kill. Really good utilization of the Raging Strike too, just to confirm it. Keeping it simple, you know, when you know you got the kill, you want to make sure to just confirm it, right? You don't want to spend all the fancy combos and drop something due to net play or who knows what. So good awareness. Tiempo taking the first round here in game 3.
Keeping up the pressure. Tubbie not shying away from those reversals at all in this set. Wants to maintain that offense first. TiempoGris back.
Able to find the throw back into the corner now, so TiempoGris is going to be able to have the screen space advantage, maintaining the advantage, of course, with the EX Fireball. Tubbie going to BC out immediately, but again, the punish on the slam with the throw. We've seen that a couple times. Like, it's a couple different options for Siegfried. He's got to find a way to kind of play this out patiently. The old Fireball's a good start. Now throw back into the corner again.
Reversal out from TiempoGris. Maintain pressure. That's the second to last BP spent by Tubbie. This corner, Fireball on Fireball. Keep out the plus frame, spending every resource to be able to do so. Does not want to let TiempoGris out of this corner, but in doing so, has activated that Delta Clock. One stray hit from TiempoGris into an EX could spell death, and here she comes.
There it is, TiempoGris going up 2-1. It is versus 3. Now Tubbie's kind of had a weird choice, right? Do I go back to character select? No, they believe in the Siegfried the whole way through. They think I'm gonna sweep this, no problem. It's just a versus 2 now, and I can't lose.
There's no choice. We're going straight through with it. Believe in the Siegfried, believe in the sweep to keep TiempoGris on their toes.
It is a great option, right? 7-frame startup, double hitting low too, so riding free is not a free answer in. But right now, TiempoGris putting on some of this pressure, BC to BC.
A crossover through the Star Chaser. I love that option from Tubbie, something they're showing for the first time here.
Yeah, it's a really good option too, not only to call out the fireball, right? But sometimes when you place it against 6XL, you maintain that advantage. You side swap sometimes to get the corner, but right now, TiempoGris maintaining his corner pressure.
A refund, got that extra long knockdown, even baited out a bravery point expenditure from Tubbie. There's another crossover through, goes for the parry, but TiempoGris has one of their own.
We've seen that roll a couple times now from TiempoGris. Recognizing too that the only thing it's going to probably lose to is the throw, right? Which is a scary option because you can normally DP it or jump it, and then you're in trouble. But Tubbie has SSBA available, but the quick 5L, 2L mix and going to be able to find the hit. TiempoGris on set point right now.
2L, 5L, Raging Strike, a tale as old as time in Granblue versus Rising. Such an incredibly potent defensive option. Just get a quick mash out into a full confirm. Nice and easy there. TiempoGris with that, like you said, set point now. Putting Tubbie fully back against the wall. It is do or die in this round one.
Oh, able to find the hit, but no full confirm. Of course, Siegfried is very corner dependent, but the roll through Orchid again. TiempoGris able to switch sides, still kind of lower on life though, but he's got all this meter available to catch on. They find the hit.
Reversal out, stay in this corner, Tubbie. You're gonna have to spend some more than that, even more than that, if you want to get this Beatrix off you, if you want to get your real estate back.
Classic 6XL throw tag, both players ready for it this time. One bravery point left for Tubbie, so something could happen. They got to be ready for Raging Strike possibly to crush their guard. TiempoGris looking very healthy on the Raging Strike department as well.
Got all of them ready. Confirm on that hit, but we are going to use this one. Close enough to the corner to get the wall bounce, and Dave with no BP. I fear for Tubbie's life as the SBA comes out and sends them down in round one.
My goodness, the awareness too to recognize, oh yeah, this is gonna wall bounce. Absolutely, right? Typically they were Katalina early on and the Verxina, but you know, they really believe in the character and they really enjoy this character.
I always enjoy seeing like whatever arc Elsa is on at any given time, right? It's like you mentioned Katalina, Verxina, we had the Mir at one point. We've had, I know when Galleon released, she was pretty high on Galleon for a while. It's always fun seeing what kind of things she's going to bring out.
Right now, able to punch the sides. Xenzri, of course, a really strong Lancelot player in their own right, but Elsa just really able to put Lancelot in their place, capitalize on these punishes, and able to find the kill. Very calculated. I was a little worried for a sec that wouldn't kill, but Elsa does math better than me, clearly.
Lancelot a little bit on the more fragile side of things. I believe down there at 14K? Along those 6?
Yeah, they're definitely, they don't eat chicken very often. But Xenzri able to find the hit off the teleport too. And now, you know, Lancelot recently buffed too in this latest patch, so gotta worry about the transients. I'm sorry, not transients, what are they called? Turbulence. Skip neutral and find their way in, but I'm sure Elsa's got the anti-airs ready for it.
We've only seen the ultimate version of it there, but I'm sure we'll see some of the more exciting versions, some of those teleports coming. As soon as Xenzri is able to fight their way out of the corner, which so far in this set has proven extremely difficult. Those traps, it's so hard to navigate. This time though, the slide into the turbulence gets through. The Eureka forces Elsa back into the corner, but she is not dissuaded from hitting far H.
Xenzri ready for the teleport mix too, finding that button says, okay, I know this is going to hit in the air at that specific height. I really like Xenzri's use of using the command run and then turbulence to at least trigger the traps, but avoid them entirely. And Xenzri's going to get one on the board. That's a lot of damage, and Super was still a factor.
Battle 3.
Oh yeah, Xenzri pulling up with it, and just as he does, True Tech pulls up with the rate of 4. Shout outs to True Tech. Thank you, hope your stream was well, and welcome to tonight's stream.
Thank you. Unfortunately, with Raging Strike there, Nelson's got this corner now. We've seen a lot of that corner pressure. Yeah, the far H rock, going to be able to bait the Raging Strike, throw OS, and find a hit. Super is a factor.
Got the super. Oh my god. All right, listen. I know the first one, you're talking about how you were doubting. You're like, I don't know if that's gonna kill. That was me on that second super. I didn't believe in Ouroboros. I didn't think the snakes had it like that.
Did they buff this character? Did they give this character damage and stuff? What's that? I mean, Lancelot's dead. We're back into game 2. Xenzri in their corner now, but Elsa going for the throw mix 3 times. Oh, the Turbulence able to beat it too. The teleport, and that's again just so quick, so dead. Of course, that 14k HP is definitely that you got to play around.
We gotta cut the feed or something. We can't be having that. 3 throws, 4 throws in a row into teleport to beat the U-Turbulence. Are you serious, Elsa?
Definitely land a lot of those scenarios where, you know, Lancelot, of course, you know, doesn't have a traditional reversal, right? They've only got the ult one, so you can definitely play around that a little bit more. But right now, Xenzri able to control the corner, but the trap is able to hit them, and now they're in the corner.
Gets the rock instead of the trap, no cooldown to put that underfoot. The Turbulence snipes out the far heavy, doesn't get the second hit because of it, but Xenzri has that full counter hit confirmed. The optimals, but drops the 6-6L. That would have been death for Elsa. Now she has a second lease on life. The throw into the trap will be just what she needs to cash out with the SSBA2. A tragedy for Xenzri.
They had it too, you know, and they have those, right? Obviously, we've seen them hit it 100 times, but Elsa ready to capitalize on that and take an advantage here. 2-0, first 3 though. So Xenzri, you know, recognizing, all right, I got buttons up, make it a little bit more safe. Who knows? Could have been a net play thing, but Xenzri just got to shake it off, and I believe in him still.
Oh yeah, it certainly has got it going on. Fortunately, doesn't get the fireball there as it's stuffed out by Elsa. You gotta contend with this corner pressure. The spike pushing towards.
Unfortunately, yeah, the fireball leaving just enough hit stun, so they couldn't get the throw mix there. But the ult Rekka able to connect and finding this pressure. Now we're in the corner, forced to BC really early here. Xenzri down to 1.2, so any sort of hit's going to be additional damage.
And that damage racks up so much more quickly on a character like Lancelot. Like we were talking about, with Punish, with the 2M, catches Xenzri, and oh my god, 1 BP gone, and you are 2. Lancelot down a life and down set point against.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Ezla's just been really showing really optimal damage routes and being able to control, and it's not anything like too crazy, right? We've seen the air trap loops and stuff like that, but they're just really optimizing the heavy cancels, and it's really paying off. Xenzri trying to ult to get back in. Also just maintaining dominance in this corner. It's so tricky. What do? Can you turbulence? Can you DP? How do you escape?
Brave counter is the way Xenzri's choosing, but it only got him so far. And he runs up and gets stuffed out by the far light from Elsa.
Is that old turbulence able to find the hit again? Trying to get Elsa to flinch. Finds the hit. Big damage on the board. I don't think we're going to be able to build enough. They launched a little bit too early. Going to go for the mix. Baits the throw. Finds the hit. And that's a kill. Xenzri on the board with this round in game 3.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's one of the changes that Lancelot got in this patch. The ability to combo off that counter hit with medium Rekka. Given a very nice confirm there.
Yeah, I believe so. You know, got a couple changes, right? Being able to confirm too with the quicker turbulence as well. Always critical.
This time we got the optimals. This time Xenzri's showing us what should have gone down in the last one. Taking also straight to the corner and doesn't get the fireball set up. Also able to DP out.
All right, you know, Xenzri, little on life, but we still got still the same amount of brave points, right? Has reversal available, so I'm sure Elsa's trying to fish that out, find a hit, space these far H's appropriately. It's not going to be easy here for Xenzri to escape, but might be able to find something here.
We're going to find $10 into the Matcherino from G-Tech. Thank you, my man. Shout out G-Tech, always holding it down for Granblue at events nationwide.
We love that guy. Big fan, big fan. Oh yeah, we're going to be able to convert off the fireball, find the hit, SBA. Oh, we have SSBA, actually. And 1 diamond left, so it's going to hurt if we find the hit. Are we going for it? Absolutely.
Able to get the close heady now.
Is this enough? Is this there's no way. James Chen, help me out. Oh, not quite.
Had to get over the fireball, and she made it happen! The spike, too, to stuff out the blade. On their signature Lowain. Definitely not Tux. Who is this? Who is this unnamed fella?
It's not Tux. It's Tux, but but you know, right now they're doing a really good job maintaining this pressure. It's so tricky, right? In this matchup specifically, you want Vane to be able to set up the neutral and throw out the shield and start playing StarCraft, right? But Tux is just not going to allow that. They got missiles to go through things. Yeah, they punished that 5U. They're totally ready for it. And they're just going to go on the aggression and find that kill.
Oh, Retro already checking Tux with the 5U. And given the quick and early, do you know how to deal with this? Can you recognize these situations? I've seen many a time where players aren't quite able to recognize that 5U animation in time and just get dumped.
Ooh, yeah, and they get a counter hit too, and able to get a combo off of it now with that semi-recent buff. Uh-oh, anti-air, but no confirm. Yeah, that DP does move them a little bit too far forward for that. Gonna be able to find the hit. The ult bros, of course, coming in. But that was the longest 5U I've ever seen. It like reset. But, you know, Tux, not too worried about it. Has the SBA gonna cash out the bro pyramid and finding this kill. Quick game one. That's tough, right? You know, this character's a little tricky. You got to be able to pin him down. And I think they definitely have a lot of tools to deal with what Vane wants to do, right? You mentioned missiles, they've got the laser, the bros, multi-hitting stuff, right? Always critical. And even doing the spot dodge, right, to beat out the 5U, they can parry it. They can do a couple different things.
Been getting a lot of value off of that spot dodge, and not just for the 5U, right? But especially for those energy destructions as well. Avoiding the chip damage wherever possible is huge.
I cannot believe that combo. You're getting launched into the sky. Some dude eats a cob of corn in front of you while you're being shot by rockets, and then you die anyways. Incredible routing by Tux. But Redux now is going to be able to find his hit. Start some pressure.
I'm not going to lie. If I was fighting Lowain, if I was in Vane's shoes right here, I would feel so disrespected. If this guy's homies were just sitting there beating me up and he stood there eating some corn watching on the sidelines, like, are you serious? Come on, at least join in the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tux said, all right, yeah, fine. I'll go in with my bros. Finding the hit. Yeah, gonna spend the Rekka, but combo limit does come out, so trying to go for the reset and get the kill, and they find it too. Oh, that's tough. You know, I think RetroRedux going back to character select. Just chilling. Gotta kind of level things out. It's cool. Yes, this character is scary. Yes, they have a lot of good tools, but that's okay, you know? You are a, well, Lancelot player now, so I think this is a cool choice, right? You know, you're able to throw out the EX Fireball, right, and kind of fill up some screen real estate as well. You're a little bit faster. You have faster buttons to contest some of the oppression. But, right now, that's sweet going under any sort of options from RetroRedux.
Retro rocking the tagline on his player card, wholesome yaoi, switching to the other half of the pairing. I gotta respect it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess they are both dragons, right? You know, the amigos. Uh-oh, there's the old fireball going for the mix, finds the hit. It is crouching too, so you get some potential additional routing. Gonna go for the throw.
Late tech there, and the come at me bro stuffed in it. Can get out of this corner. Second hit of turbulence though, unsafe even after the buffs.
So unfortunate. I like the idea, right? You know, you think, okay, they're gonna go for the plus frames. The missiles are here. They avoid the missiles and maybe try to get them to flinch. But not quite enough to full punish there. But 6XL, a little bit of chip down on that life, so that's always good.
And up throw, the cooldown is gone too. Retro slides behind with the JM. Great stuff.
And, you know, that's good data, too, for Retro, right? Recognizing maybe they're not a block button user. I can start implementing some more scary mix in the corner, but, you know, parry does defeat some mix at times. Going for the plus frame, that's hilarious, finding the hit.
I mean, we already saw Retro getting a little freaky with it in the corner, right? With turbulence and the wall jump shenanigans. So every little bit of extra data helps with that, and the 2H combo is crisp until the 6XL doesn't connect.
Unfortunately, just a little greedy on the 6XL, ran a little bit farther. Being able to find the hit anyways with the turbulence. And pyramid attack now. All right, how old are you? Uh-oh, clearly over 30, but Retro's got a lot of life, so it's okay. Not too worried about it. Finds the block, gets the punish. Rating strike, this should be the round.
We get to hold on to life here. Retro able to find the game on the Lancelot, keeping it close to the chest.
Battle 1.
Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, immediately we see the change, right? We saw previously Vane trying to step some defensive play, but it seems like we need to match aggression with aggression, right? And, you know, Lancelot's a really strong character. I think has been for a while, right? Just a little bit underrepresented. Right now, Tuck's showing the strength of Lowain here, trying to maintain this pressure in the corner.
But Sammy as well, stuffing Retro out of the skies. Wall jump is not happening when Tommy is coming in with the belly flop.
Yeah, and Tuck's on set point right now, so Retro's got to really lock in and tie this up here. It's a little scary, throwing out all this stuff. Gonna get hit by that 5L, and unfortunately gonna be able to find the full conversion there.
So forced to spend 2, but got a crouching hit on Tux here. Doesn't have enough meter to go into super, so we'll need a reset into some mix. Dave, where are we going?
We're going somewhere. Oh, baits the raging strike. Finds the hit. Again, I don't think this is going to be quite enough to get the full kill, so we're going to see one more reset, maybe? Gonna go for the SBA. Taking that diamond down is also really critical, right? Now we set up additional damage on the board, so any sort of hit could be enough to get the kill. And pyramid attack. Uh-oh.
Thankfully for Retro, able to come down before the fireworks sniped him. Able to get the punish on the finisher. Retro's still in it.
Gosh, that reach, that's crazy. But good awareness from Retro, able to find that throw. One more round to tie it back up and able to find the close end. Now we're in the corner again. This is where Retro wants it to be.
The ice skates, man. The ice skates so tough to deal with from Tugs.
So tricky. Oh, yeah. Baits the BC and finds the throw. Tugs trying to escape now, has the cat. Turbulence, able to maintain that corner pressure. A DP pregnant response.
Great impulse ×2. Brave kind of gets straight through the cat missiles, and we're straight into the mix. Retro able to sneak in that overhead and take us to game 5 after Tux's lightning quick 2-0 on the Vane.
Believe in victory.
And I've seen Retro 2 play a lot more mobile, right? Recognizing that Lowain doesn't have a lot of options off the far button, so just back down, try to punish, you know, build space and be able to put the aggression on that way. But right now, finding the anti-air, going for the cool stuff, and unfortunate drop again. We've seen that twice now. They're trying to go for some sort of cool routing. Maybe they didn't think they had the resources or something, but gonna be able to get this corner anyways.
We still got some cool combos afterwards. Retro dropping a little bit for a reset instead. And yeah, you got to be wary of that HPA. As soon as Lowain has 100 meter, he does not have to stay down.
Yep, able to find the hit. Oh, yeah, able to crush the far L approach. Cap coming in clutch with the missiles, finds the counter hit. Not a lot of resources available for Tuck, so we're not going to be able to get a kill. But the throw anyways. Only one throw away here. Up. Nobody's using guard button tonight. That's terrifying. Against these two characters, no thanks.
Yeah, this is one of the scariest propositions you can make. Lowain 6-6H coming at you. Ooh, I'm not trying to block that manually.
Absolutely not. Good slide to call out the cat, but uh-oh, close H. Able to counter hit confirm here. Puck's going in, building all this resources, building the corner options here. Oh, but the old Larry gonna be able to be challenged.
The whiff from Tux, able to get a close, heavy punish. But Tux doesn't take too much damage. He's able to retain the offensive, gets the parfait, bringing him to 100 meter, and HBA is out. One slice into finisher, not enough, but Retro has barely any health.
Okay, finds the confirm this time. Gonna be able to get hit. No greedy 6-6Ls this time. Gonna go for the mix. Good awareness from Tux to use the block button there. Ready for it. And the bro coming in clutch, saying, I got him. Mr. President, get down! And Tuck's gonna be able to take it 3-2. Grisk, I think it's the Katalina. Man after my own heart. Big fan, big fan. But, we got the with the Anre. This is an interesting matchup too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are your thoughts on it?
You know, Anre, of course, very underrepresented character. Very strong, has a lot of cool stuff. You know, if you've ever played Marvel 3 and you're a big fan of Wolverine dive kick, he's basically got that, right? His far H is really good, too. It crushes a lot of Katalina button options when you're trying to go for lows. But, you know, Katalina has the ability to make things happen. You know, has Light Wall, able to crush some options, go through fireballs, of course. But, you know, it's really kind of on the Anre player to play a little bit more defensive and keep Katalina out. But right now, Grisk doing a good job answering the layered in, finding these hits.
I think so far doing kind of the opposite of that, right? Charging straight forward in Grisk's face, which is what led him to that corner position.
Able to parry. That parry is also a really strong option, right? You're able to get a lot of actions, finds the parry into the wall bounce, but not quite enough. The jump in. Oh no. This I don't think this is gonna be enough. We got a diamond left. It's close. Katalina doesn't do that much damage, right? No way.
Mid-screen off of auto combo super? Yeah, barely not though.
Tech. Uh-oh, chip out point. Risk good awareness. Oh my goodness, the DP. You're minus, so do it anyways, right? Risk on the board.
We are. I know is kind of kicking themselves for that one, right? Like, you kidding me?
Yeah, it's tricky, right? You know, because you think, all right, maybe they're gonna, you know, it's safe, they've spaced it, right? But you just gotta have that awareness at times, and right now, Grisk putting on all its aggression, able to read that initial parry and finding the SBA. This isn't going to be enough, but it's definitely at a point where he's got to guess and figure out what's going on. They have parry, they have all the resources available. DP's an option still. Dive kick out of the corner. I like it.
Yeah, that J2U not quite finding it, and ooh, like you ended the first one, so shall you the second. DP from Grisk chipping out.
Absolutely. Going right back into it, believing in these characters. You know, Grisk really able to navigate the pressure too. Anre's got a lot of advantageous moves and just maintaining plus frames. So, you know, maybe Grisk is either pocketing Anre or has played against one a lot, and he's just having a little bit of trouble trying to keep this Katalina out right now.
A lot of the times after has used some of those advantageous moves, right? Like the shots of the Spiral Spear, they've been in a range where there's not a whole lot they can follow up with after. Far heavy is like the only thing that would reach, and at that range, it's, you know, your advantage doesn't quite mean as much.
Yeah, gotta go for the dive kick, but Grisk's ready for it, and it's gonna BC. Doesn't want to deal with those plus frames. There's now 2 throws here. We'll get the pinwheel going. Yeah, just trying to back up, but oh, the button into ult fireball, but not quite enough to get the confirm.
Spear, plus frames, tried to sweep into it, but Grisk with that far medium stuffing it out.
Oh, finds the ult fireball there. Oh, blocks the DP. Said, okay, 3rd time's the charm. You can't get me all the time. Able to get the kill, though, taking the round.
Yeah, hold on there. We gotta take your batting average down a little bit. You can't be going batting 100 on those DPs. That's not allowed here.
Yeah, especially the really like aggressive DPs. But yeah, unfortunately, timing there on gonna be able to get the punish, but able to fire back. He's gonna be able to reset off the 6XL there. Just not ready for the block and finding the hit. That reset is gonna be pretty critical for that damage too.
Corner. Oh, he's able to just maintain the spacing. Just keep Katalina locked down in the corner. You have all the spacing tools you could want at your disposal.
Yeah, this is how you got to play the matchup, right? Recognizing that Katalina doesn't have a lot of plus frames, right? Her block strings end a little bit early, and you can challenge with fast buttons. So just kind of play it out a little bit lame, and just like that, going to be rewarded tying up the game count 1 apiece. And Grisk immediately responds with a reversal of his own. Oh yeah, now we're starting to put on the gas. Recognize we've got the corner. I'm going to set up that Granblue zone where I've got the buttons, the advantage. That far H is doing a lot of benefits for them too. It's multi-hitting, so you can't light walk through it. Raging Strike and be able to confirm into the super. Oh, you dropped. Oh, just the reset. Never mind.
We got the second lower damaging hit, so at the very least, even if we didn't kill, still alive. Still is in here. However, ooh, that could have been bad if Grisk was able to land that punish.
Yeah, you know, the follow-up, it's so tricky, right? Because I think it's like -10 or something like that, and Katalina's close heavy's it's 9 frame startup, so you got to be pretty on it. Especially if you're blocking from crouch, it's a little tricky, but able to escape that just barely. And yeah, now starting to set up that defensive zone and just forcing Grisk to play neutral and try to find a way in.
Able to do so off the punish, that misspaced dive kick not quite far enough away to stay safe.
Oh, yeah, baits another one. Okay, we got it this time. Grisk said, okay, my bad, kid. Let me try again. I got it this time. Able to get confirmed. Trying to go for a light wall ender there. Getting stuck in this corner. Baits the parry, but the follow-up again. We're 2 for 2 on that. And raw raging strike. Here it comes. A lot of damage on the board.
Got another one. Is this going to be enough? We still got a decent amount of combo
so.
left to go.
Raging strike, yeah. Oh my goodness. That's another cool thing about Anre, right? It's a lot of grounded hits, so you got plenty of juggle time ready to go. Going up 2-1.
Especially if you get a crouching confirm. The second hit of H Spiral Spear allows for really generous pickups.
Grisk, you know, trying to navigate. A lot of it, too, has just been challenging the approach, right? Which is what Katalina wants to do. But Anre's better at playing that range game, so it's forcing Grisk to go in a little bit more. Oh, the DP, but no punish, but it's okay, the fireball anyways.
Catches him reaching a little bit. We got super on deck. Do we spend it? No, retain that meter for another day. This may be that time. Cashing out on a rainy day. Yes, we are.
Yeah, this is going to be enough to kill. That third hit of the SBA does a lot of damage for some reason. Oh, my, not that much. My bad.
Good job. No!
Punish. This is going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot.
Into the 1,000 Spear Void, down to BP. Got the hit, but because of the cross-up, missed the last couple and wasn't able to kill.
And the DP punished again. You know, I think is ready for it now. Just saying, you know, you baited my parry, I'll bait your DP. It kind of works out even in the end. And yeah, just backing off, playing that approach where, you know, Grisk has got to go in.
It feels as though over the course of the set, has gradually frustrated Grisk more and more, and shifted the dynamic from one where was the one taking the risks to is just kind of chilling, taking space and forcing Grisk to get a little bit too antsy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, able to throw the parry that time. And now the pressure's on from Grisk. Yeah, EX counters available again. Has the ult skill 2 to spend too if they really need to. SBA is a factor, so any hit could be fatal. Oh my goodness. Has to BC out.
Both players down to 1. Make that 0 as Grisk gets the kill.
Yep. Good awareness too. Just, you know, 5L rating strike. Keep it simple, keep it clean. You know, they don't have a lot of life. Grisk staying alive. On set point still.
Parry has been getting so much mileage. Even if the actual parry doesn't catch, the second hit has caught Grisk flinching so many times.
So tricky, right? Oh, there's the parry, but yeah, able to punish just barely. Finds the throw tech. Now just trying to find a way out. Doesn't have a lot of resources. Grisk does have SBA available. I have to imagine we're going to go, yeah, just to maintain that corner pressure. Oh, and yes, we do have the punish again.
And this one is surely going to be lethal. No questions about this SBA. We're going to game 5.
There it is. Yep, Grisk tying it up, buttoning it up. Maybe just needed that pressure of set point. But, you know, not out of it. They can definitely start changing the game plan, recognizing, okay, they're able to navigate the punishes a little bit better. They're able to bait my counters a little bit more in the corner. How do I deal with that? How do I play neutral with it? Right now, you know, that far H2 has been doing a lot of good work for me. Just being able to kind of challenge and maintain the advantage with any sort of EX cancels.
Mantra Wheel crushes whatever Grisk is going for there.
There it is again. Yeah, that counter hit confirmed. Oh, raw raging strike. That is going to be a full combo. Oh, but yeah, just wrong cancel there. Grisk gonna be able to throw in the corner this time.
What would have been lethal for maybe so for Grisk. SSBA is on the table and with no bravery points. It's gonna send us to set point for the Katalina.
Oh, you know, good awareness too from Grisk, recognizing, okay, the EX thrust is gonna be enough to get the corner wall bounce. Otherwise, that wouldn't have been much of a throw punish, but good calculation. They did their trigonometry homework, and Grisk now able to reverse it, going on set point here.
Our players here tonight across the board have been very aware of their spacing to the corner, right? We pointed out the similar thing in our set with Elsa. Grisk as well, totally on the ball there.
Yeah, absolutely, and TiempoGris as well. But right now, Grisk trying to escape this pressure and setting up the top. But yeah, even though it's a spot dodge, they're still in the corner and they got to find a way out.
It's not through that parry. It's not through that DP. The only thing you're going to find is a whole hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah, this might be enough to build SBA. Oh, they're not going to spend it. Yeah, they don't have quite enough. Grisk at life point here. Has all the resources. 100 meter. Yeah, going to set up the orbs. But the old fireball finding the hit. Not close enough.
And try for a chip out if is able to retain the offense for a single moment. So far they haven't been biding our time. The throw comes through. The install is on, but for what? As Katalina is not letting him play.
Oh no, they did the sweep right when the install ended. If they did it maybe a second earlier, it would have been advantageous for them, but Grisk able to close. Known Katalina Joy, been playing this character for a long time, really rising through the ranks, and Boogius, you know, also really strong Vaseraga player. This is another one of those tricky matchups, so we'll have to see how they navigate it.
How do you, as a Katalina player, prefer to try and navigate things like the Soul Forge in this matchup?
I normally pick Jita instead. That's how I navigate it. But it's tricky, yeah, especially, you know, not this most recent patch, but the previous patch, right? They got the update to the Soul Forge, so now it's a draining meter instead of a one-time use. Katalina does have some tools like EX Fireball, DP, or EX DP, Ult DP, you know, just have those multi-hitting options available, and then just make sure the buffs can't rebuff, right? You just gotta kind of smother them out, but it's so tricky because Katalina's pressure ends a little bit early, so if you know how to deal with Cat, oh my gosh, oh, they got the back. Good awareness from Greyfish.
Oh, that was crispy as hell from Greyfish. Fortunately, you're left at about full screen, so Boogius is able to rebuff like you're talking about. Use the Instinction for another one.
Uh-oh, yeah, good awareness. Gonna go for the throw. So tricky. You know, one of the challenges now, yep, they're gonna be able to buff up again, and now Greyfish, yep, just gonna get clutched out by that 6-6H. It seemed like it was all Greyfish, right, for a while. Boogius had like the one hit. Greyfish working really hard, tying up the life count, and then Boogius just said, nah, check out the storm, dude.
Vaseraga is one of those characters that you really give him one shot, and sometimes that's all he needs. He can just run over you.
Absolutely. Oh, gonna be able to find the crouch confirm, which does net additional combo routes here for Katalina. Now Boogius is in the corner. Confirm. Good awareness. Gonna spend the Radiant Strike just to make sure to get the SBA and finding confirmation. Big damage. Boogius down. Doesn't have install, so Greyfish can party a little bit, but does have 100 meter.
SBA is on deck. SBA is 2. The counter hit doesn't go to anything else. Boogius able to get out with the UGSG. That's all that she's gonna say. That's all she wrote.
Absolutely, yeah, that light wall is still very strong, even though, you know, Vaseraga has multi-hitting moves. If you're able to punish that sweep, it's still good. Able to find the hit and the kill. Greyfish tying up the round count.
Hold this command grab. Full screen now. Let me get that Soul Forge.
Finds the anti-air, ready for it. Counter hit too, and just, yeah, gonna go for the light thrust ender just to see, and punishing with the light wall full charge this time. Lots of damage here from Greyfish available. Gonna spend the Radiant Strike for additional damage, catching out that SBA again. Similar story from last round, but Boogius, of course, not out of it yet. Gonna have a lot of resources, has that 100 meter. Again, SBA, SSBA is available. The throw.
Immediately challenging with the far light. No forward momentum here for the Vaseraga. Gotta stop it at the onset. As Greyfish gets this game, I want to come back to an interaction we saw earlier, right? With that charged 5U. That's something that Greyfish has been leaning on quite heavily, especially in this, like, you know, round start-ish spacing, where Vaseraga's tools tend to be lower hitting. Things like the Savage Rampage follow-up, and you really only have the H and U instinctions to break it. It can be so effective in covering any of those approach options.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think one of the challenges is, as the cat player, you know, they're really showing a lot of good adaptations, recognizing that Boogius maybe not quite ready for some of this pressure, so they're going to abuse it.
Abuse it, they are. Dash up for the throw after that light wall, maintain the spacing. Boogius tried to jump out. Combo limit coming quite early, and the reset, unfortunately, coming straight after.
Yeah, pointing that hit and the kill. Greyfish looking really strong. Using those light wall forward dashes, right? It's a risk, but, you know, they're calculating it, holding it this time. Boogius just trying to find some answer. It's so tricky. He wants to be able to install up, but Greyfish not letting him breathe.
Of the pressure, all these light wall dashes leading to pressure resets for Greyfish. I feel like the corner is nigh inescapable for Boogius.
Yeah, Greyfish just trying to do something here, but yeah, there's that ult throw. That is another option to chase down the dash, right? And now we're seeing this pressure. Greyfish has to escape somehow, though.
That's that somehow that light wall forward dash has been putting in work. Boogius wants to challenge, but it's just not coming out quick.
Finds that ult throw again. Uh-oh, could have one more in the tank. Armor's available. Again, just a light wall forward dash throw. Oh, finds the sweep and the kill.
That's 2-0 up for Greyfish in the set now.
One. Engage.
Light wall again. It's so effective at that range where Vaseraga doesn't have multi-hitting options to break it.
Yeah, gonna go for the ult tackle this time. Oh, Greyfish. Okay. Oh, there's the flip. You love to see it. Gotta throw it out once to see if they're ready for it. Greyfish is ready.
Oh, it feels so bad the one time you throw out a move like Vaseraga 667 gets blocked. You're like, come on, I only did it once.
Yeah, and I think one of the challenges too, Boogius has been doing really good at clipping the legs, right? And Greyfish is wanting to maintain that mobile pressure. That way, you know, they're not going to get clipped by a command grab or running up throw or something like that. So it's one of the challenges. There it is, going to go for the stomp mix, has the armor now. Boogius a little bit more threatening.
With the Soul Forge, getting in on that Enchanted Lands, but not able to make it until the 2H counter hit comes through. This could be the opening that Boogius has been looking for.
Now Boogius is maintaining that pressure. Yeah, that ult fireball really tricky, multi-hitting, able to beat out the light wall. Command grab, able to clutch it out. Boogius, round count on the board, tied up, doesn't want to go out yet. Greyfish one round away from taking the set.
Game plan here, just keep Vaseraga at bay, stuff him with the fireball so he can't forge up, and then get on in his face.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I'm just really surprised that BC did not beat the sweep there, but able to escape anyways, finds the stomp. There's the light wall, ready for it again. The cancel early.
Through, the timer's ticking down. Are we gonna have enough time to go for another install? There we go.
It's confirmed that, yeah, unfortunately that Raging Strike just a little bit too far away.
Stop on through.
It's the DP.
Safe jab.
First time. Finds the kill. Boogius on the board.
All right. right.
victory.
A little bit of momentum swing there in that last game for Boogius, denying the set point. But a strong start here in game 4 with the 2H into a reset.
Oh, gonna be able to get a throw into the corner. You don't want to be here as Katalina. Yeah, he's seeing out really early, but the ult command grab, able to reversal and get the throw. We've been seeing a lot more of that, and it's been working out a lot better for Boogius too. So, gonna see possibly another one coming up. The ult fireball's another great option too to beat that light wall.
Out the Savage Rampage follow-up this time, and those close lights have been devastating for Boogius as they're trying to press out on defense.
Yeah, it's so tricky, right? You just got to be really locked in and ready for it. It is punishable, of course, but if you're just barely asleep at the wheel, you're going to get counter hit, right? You're going to get stuffed out by the close M or whatever it is Greyfish has been going for. And Greyfish has been doing a great job, too, of varying the timing, right? They'll do the light ball hold, where you definitely don't want to mash into, right? Or back dash, or whatever the options are. But Boogie is starting to party a little bit hard, too.
Getting through there with the Arbor counter hit on the 6-6H. Got a favorable trade, but wasn't able to do anything with it. I was really hoping for some sick, trade combo confirmed there, but no such luck.
Oh man, that was terrible. Oh no, BCs with the armor. Yeah, so important to not BC there. Greyfish gonna be going down. Boogius getting around, tying it up again. Trying to get back to that game 5.
Do you think we're gonna have another game 5 here tonight?
Dude, I hope so. This is so sick.
We have been going the distance here tonight.
Absolutely. Greyfish not making it easy though. Doesn't have quite enough to get the SBA. Yeah, that ult throw again has been doing so good for Boogius. Finds the throw this time.
You're back to the corner. Tried to brave counter off for dear life. Command grab comes through, and the 6XL finds the opening that Greyfish was looking for. This could be it as we're going coast to coast. You got the wall bounce. You got the kill.
Yeah, able to get the kill and close it out. Good stabilization, recognizing,
Beatrix is my lover, 96. Not playing Beatrix. What's going on here?
Absolutely. I mean, oh my goodness. What are we doing? We got some anime starters. Of course, I haven't seen too much of this matchup. It's tricky, Tubbie's got a lot of big buttons to contest, but they are slower, so if Vanitasz can play a little bit more mobile and go for whip punishes, that's always a great way to abuse it.
I got my info behind the scenes. I was like, what is this name? Shout out to Khalil for school. This is actually Vermilion on the 2B. Makes a whole lot of sense why we're seeing her.
I see Vermilion, of course. That makes way more sense. Which is interesting, right? Because this is the character that they've had a lot of great results with, right? They got top 8 at Evo. Do I say last? 2024. We'll call it that. They've been playing a lot of Bubs. I'm sorry, not Bubs. Belial. So they've been kind of experiencing a lot. Of course, they've got a lot of strong Lancelot players up north too, NorCal. So right now, they're showing a lot of dominance in this matchup.
Indeed. Vanitasz is able to find that JU cross up, and with the SSBA lock, that's death.
Yeah, good patience, recognizing, okay, my life is down, but I can still clutch it out and find the kill, and that's, going to be enough. Just barely, but it is, first of 3 nail biters. These are 2 top players, so we're going to see a lot of big patience and a lot of big conversions, I think.
You're talking about Vermilion's place at Evo 2024. I didn't realize that he's got top 8 at both Evos for Granblue versus Rising this year well.
Yes.
Coming in 7th.
Absolutely. Really shows that the consistency, right? Of course, Tubbie, strong character, right? Recently buffed too for, I don't know, maybe Yoko Taro spent some money their way, paid a little bit for the deluxe Gala Gacha, who knows? But really showing off a lot of good, strong options here. Some of the cooler routings, right? We'll see. Some of the combo variants too. You'll love to see it. Getting hit by something off screen entirely, and now Vermilion tying it up.
Zane coming in from off screen with a raid of 40. Shout out to Paragon Zone, Zane FGC. Hope your stream was good, and thank you for dropping down by the ladder here tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, it's good to see Vane pull up. I don't think they entered, but they could enter, like you at home, you know, watching, but ruin some dreams of some people trying to get into top 8. It's always fun. But, you know, of course, Vermilion trying to make this run happen, put a loss on the board for Vinny's, not making it easy for them.
Not at all. He's shooting back with a vengeance after Vanitasz took that round 1. It's been quite dominant here for Vermilion.
Yeah, and I think one of the challenges too, right, that Vanitasz is going to have to deal with is that 2B can play a lot of different ranges, right? Has the lasso, has the I call them Garobies, or not Garobies, bits. That's a different Mbon term. But, you know, to lock down and make sure that you can't jump out or anything like that. They've got big buttons to deal with. He's able to navigate this pretty well and find the mix on the jump in.
Spend it? No, keep it for later. Gets to throw off that fireball setup, go for another one, loop it.
Yep, gonna go for it. Finds the throw bait this time. Uh-oh, able to mash out. You know, is one of the slower jabs, but finding the hit. Beatrix? I'm sorry, not Beatrix. Oh no, you got me, Vermilion, you got me. To be a lower damaging character, right? So gonna have to go for reset, find some hit, finds the hit on the high. This should be enough, yeah? Absolutely.
I believe that combo was a showcase of some of the new changes that Tubbie had gotten in this match. I think previously with her old skill gauge costs, she's not able to get enough skill back for that hammer to squeeze out a little bit of extra credit in that combo like she is now.
Absolutely. Oh, finds the hit. Yeah, just went for the looks like the light fireball, wasn't able to confirm. Uh-oh, but the bits finding the hit. Big damage here on the board. Not going to be enough to build the SBA, but one hit away. And the throw, that's going to be enough. Absolutely. Oh, that was cool. Wait, raw Raging Strike? That's cool. I like that. That's cool. All right, Tubbie's cool character. My bad.
Oh, how quickly you're changing your tone over there. You see a couple cool combos in a row, you're like, never mind, I'm on board.
Never mind. Don't let Nirgojir hear that. I didn't say that. Delete the VODs, guys. This character's kind of cool, actually. Finding all these hits. You know, these buffs are really coming in clutch. A lot of the new skills coming out, too, and the timers. But just this pressure's so scary. You got to ride out that skill gauge.
Not a whole lot of it, but there is enough for the tackle. After Vanitasz tries to escape with the Blade Impulse unfruitfully.
Just trying to get this pressure going, but of course, you know, mid-screen, it's definitely not as potent, right? If you're able to just kind of walk back and avoid the side switch. Of course, Vermilion 2, definitely ready to use the guard button, whatever it needs to be able to go for this pressure. Double Turbulence, not going to be enough to get the hit.
The chain and to jump over to get some space. That H-Pod, so difficult to deal with. Punish, though, from Vermilion. You got some more meter to spend. You have enough skill to go with it.
Gonna go for the boba and the low this time. You know, Vermilion, good awareness. You know, a lot of players, right? They find that first hit and they get the mix and they're like, oh, I'll just keep doing it until they block it. But Vermilion always changing it up, representing that, you know, thinking Vanitasz is definitely gonna lock in, but good awareness to switch it up.
Honestly, at that point, it's respecting your opponent, right? You're thinking, oh, okay, I hit my opponent with this mix-up, so logically, they're going to adapt. They're going to not try and go for that, or not try and get hit by that same thing again, and preying on that instinct.
Absolutely, yeah, we're going to layer it and go for the lasso route that is plus. Kind of go for the SBA, recognizing that, hey, yeah, they'll probably do something to scare me. Finds the hit, though. Vanitasz has plenty of HP, all the BC points. Oh, an unfortunate drop there by Vermilion.
Oh, I got scary there for Vermilion. This shimmy, though, is terrifying for Vanitasz. SSBA is on deck here for Vermilion. That's going to be so much damage to the paper-thin Lancelot.
Yeah, this is going to be not quite enough. You know, he doesn't do that much of a Raging Strike. Oh, yeah, just really quick. Make it easy. Finds the kill. Vanitasz tying up the round count. Doesn't want to go out here. It's going to be tricky. Still an uphill battle, right? Tubbie still has all this skill gauge open. Of course, it does reset every round. Nothing carries over. But right now, making good work.
Chained by a whole lot of space there. Oh, nearly had to punish with the pizza cutter, but Vanitasz is still able to navigate those normals beautifully.
Able to find these knees here, but again, Vermilion really good about that defense, recognizing too that there's not a lot of high-low mix needing to worry about if you walk out of the corner a little bit. Oh, dive, finding a hit off that close button. And this should be enough to get the kill and the game.
Vanitasz staying in it, not letting us have a first or a 3-0 on stream here tonight. We've had one, and Vanitasz is trying to let it stay that way.
You know, sometimes you gotta defy the fate, right, and go in. If I got 3-0'd by Vermilion, I wouldn't be upset at all, right? Like, come on, like, let's be real, that dude's pretty good. But it would be cool to beat him too, and I think Vanitasz is definitely trying to make that a reality. Not easy though. We're really low on life really early on.
Yeah. When you have those pods circling, it can feel like you're walking over hot coals. One step that is a little bit too committal can lead to you getting punished.
Oh my gosh, and yeah, just going for the air button really early to call out that turbulence. It's so tricky, right? You can maybe try to jump out of the bits, but you gotta be worried about it sometimes. 2B players are ready to detonate, and just like that again, another solid jump button. But 2L Raging Strike immediately cancel. Probably gonna go for maybe some sort of cool side switch, or not, we're just gonna go to the other corner, my bad.
The other corner didn't quite get the fireball. The Vermilion has not been very fond of staying in these corners. Whenever he gets pushed back to it, Brave counter into chain, we're out of there.
So just trying to reset the combo pressure here, recognizing doesn't have quite enough to kill, so have to go for reset. This is a good start, though. There's no way they built enough, right? Oh, okay. The X Turbulence follow-up. Just do it. Sometimes you gotta believe, right?
And I don't even hate that as an option, because the follow-up being optional there means, okay, you can teleport. If you don't see anything, you can just go for a jump in. If you scout something out, you see that chain come through, cool. The follow-up is a nice, easy cleanup.
Yeah, right now, you know, Vanitasz is really doing a good job. Uh-oh, ult Turbulence gonna get punished. You know, it is an ult skill, so no counter hit stuff. And I don't think 2B takes really good advantage of it anyways, but this damage is so brutal. It's all grounded. So, gonna be able to cash out pretty good damage anyways.
That was such a preemptive dodge from Vermilion, and it will net him the set. After that one,
Right, V and and I'm cool with it.
The artist formerly known as Vamir. Pull it up. Handle changed to V as the character changed from Siegfried to Beatrix.
Understandable. And right now, Fredruary starting off this pressure really strong. Uh-oh, how many overheads are we going to see? Goes for 2, 3. Now V able to get this confirmed. Doesn't have Delta Clock, so no real big cash outs yet. But one more hit could be fatal.
Really playing it very reserved. Has given up a really full screen length worth of real estate, allowing V to run up and giving him plenty of opportunities to overextend.
Battle 2.
Absolutely, yeah. No Fred taking that first round on the board. Uh-oh, Beatrix 6XL round start. Honestly, it's a great way to start. It's pretty quick, pretty disjointed for how good the character is. But Fred not making it easy for them. Gonna be able to set up the hop mix. I think the most I've seen is 8, right? But the reset into the low, they're not biting.
Me personally, I'm willing to take those overheads. The low is so much damage. I'm not risking it.
So it's chip damage, right? You know, that's how the overhead is. And don't mash, you know, don't be nice. If I died to 20 overheads, I'm dying to 20 overheads. You just gotta accept it sometimes.
Believe in victory.
Are we gaslighting Fred a little bit? We might be, right? But don't listen to us. We're not coaches. That's why we're here. You're playing right now. But who knows? DP really early. I like that choice too because resources aren't really that stacked up yet, so you can DP and afford some of that life.
Fred has been letting the DPs rip early and often because he's seen right out the gate how aggressive V is trying to play. Whatever, doing a little bit of minus frames into V, trying to immediately take the turn back. That medium DP is there to stop it.
Absolutely, yeah, letting that DP rip. Gonna get the kill. Quick rounds. Good round timer ending too. He's, you know, just having some trouble getting the aggression going. Riding Free's a good way to start it though, absolutely.
Unfortunately for V, no dice on the riding free. So confirm means all you really get is some pushback, which Fredruary has negated in full.
Oh, and again, yeah, just multi-hit moves into the Rekkas, just maintaining that safe pressure. It's so tricky. Hops are coming here soon. Has the overhead. For the low. I really like the spacing too. They're setting it up so it's a kind of a safe low to not ult DPs, and then if they whiff, cool, you get the confirm. If you get hit low, you get the confirm. Really strong positioning from Fred and going up quick 2-0. V not out of it. Just thinking about it. Drink some water, hydrate. For those of you in the chat, I know it's been going on for a while. Hydrate as well. Yeah, jiggle the joystick too, making sure to know that you're still alive. We appreciate that, V. Thank you. And yeah, they believe in the Beatrix, right? The Beatrix.
I'll have to change the tag to B.
Yes, I'll do it. It's fine. But you know, V's starting this pressure off. But again, the DP's so early, right? Not a lot of resources, so just do it. You know, see if they're ready for it. Again. No, you hate to see it.
I think Fred is 100% on these medium DPs so far. I'm not counting the ones in combos, but he has been accurate.
Good awareness too, using the hop to just kind of build that space. Oh, there's the ult DP there from V, betting it all. All the resources, gotta find the low. This should be a kill here on Beatrix. Go for the cool. No combo limit! What are you doing? Oh, but no punish. One of those plus on whiff moves, huh?
Yeah, V expecting that to be a bit more recovery on whiff than it actually ended up being. It's a pretty critical punish to miss though.
Yeah, you know, Fred playing it really patient, recognizing there's only one way to victory. It's probably riding free, and yeah, it is a free punish too with the changes. And, you know, I think he's just like a little lost dealing with this aggressive of Yuel. Of course, Yuel known for an aggressive play style, right? She is a stance mixed character and has a lot of good buttons to challenge, but he's starting to get some good gameplay going here. Has his corner, has a lot of meter available, quite enough to get the SBA.
Yeah, I realized that after the Raging Strike, they have to adjust the rooting. They're a little bit too late to get the DP knockdown, but still has that meter mostly intact for the activity gets.
And again, we're using that ult fireball just to maintain that space. You do have to still worry about the EX hop low, of course, to go under, but no problem. V on the board, putting up ground, not going out quietly yet.
Let's go, V. Bring it back. Old Brave counters the slide. No throw from V. I don't know if he knows.
I don't think so. I mean, Brave counter counts as a punish. It said punish on screen, so it's all good. Uh-oh, yeah, gonna be able to catch. Fredruary jump in, has SBA. Gonna spend the additional Raging Strike to stabilize, some additional damage. A little risky now, because if you get SBA'd, you're down to 0 diamonds. It's not gonna be enough, who cares? V on the board. Okay, V's locked in, they're ready. They said, hey you, I played Cyberpunk once. I'm the main character. I'm locking in.
Sometimes after that, you know, pause during the rematch screen, that's all you need to really collect yourself. V has apparently done just that. The first couple of games, he looked scattered at best, and now he is in control.
So, yeah, rating. You know, good awareness, too, from Fred to use the hop, right? We've seen them use the DP multiple times. Oh, no, we're going for the brain blender, but V, good awareness to jump out and get the punish now on that ult DP. Not going to be enough to kill, not a lot of resources available. Oh, this is really risky here for V. No bravery points left.
Don't love spending the Star Chaser. Would have made some of these confirms really easy for V. It didn't have that cooldown, but as soon as it came back up, was able to find the hit with it, so we're all good.
Absolutely, yeah. Good save position. They believe. They read the script. They knew they were going to give the kill. There it is, coming in with this aggression. And now Fred on the back foot again. We're finding all these hits here from V. Good damage. Unfortunate, yeah, just a little bit mistimed there. With the refund, that's super critical for this pressure.
I believe Fred woke up with light DP and it worked.
you know, sometimes you gotta do it. I think nobody likes blocking here. I don't think they went through training mode. I don't think they knew blocking exists. Oh, no way.
Right TP again!
Fred, you stopped that, you. Oh my gosh, Fred. I think Fred wants to play more. That's what it is, right? You know, let's go to the games, like, make it interesting. But, you know, be able to tie it up here. Good start. Oh, DP really early. I love it.
We touched on it in between games. With Fredruary's 4-2 record, this match win is really important if he wants to retain really any hope of making top 8. As we get down to the latter stages of this ladder format, every win matters so much.
Absolutely, yeah. I think if they lose this, it's going to be really hard to be in contention. But Fred does play quick, right? They just play fast and loose, and they're trying to build that annoyance meter, right? Yuel's got a secret meter where the more you get annoyed, the more you DP, and that's what they're looking for. But yeah, good throw tech, not quite enough to get the punish there.
Oh, goes to the air-to-air, JL. Not gonna get it. Gonna press right after. All right, V's in a bad spot now. One bravery point to work with, faced with Fred's SSBA. Gonna be faced with another round, buddy.
All right, we're good. I was scared. Just cash out the SSBA. Like, we don't need to give out any heart attacks here. But Fred believes that, okay, I dropped it the one time, never again. I promise. But he's going for the chase down, finds the throw punish, is ready for it this time.
Fred really had to give us a little bit of anxiety with the back hit Fox Flame. It's like, I can't let you guys off easy.
I mean, it looks cool too. I get it. They're going for the style of substance sometimes. V's has this corner and Fred low on life, but yeah, just going to BC out, has the points available. A lot of meter available too, and V cashing out early.
The meter, oh, goes for a Hail Mary riding free. Fredruary's just backing up, waiting for V to do something out of line.
Spot dodge. Yeah, we're starting to see that dual play come out, trying to build up that annoyance, make you make a mistake, but finding the cross up, and it's going to be a counter hit and be able to get the kill. V tying it up. This is last game, last round. We're doing 5 games every time, it seems. Who wants it more?
Yeah, this whole 1-to-3 ladder thing might be we might be cooking with something here. We might be onto something. These matches are fire.
Absolutely, and now V in the corner. First time in a while that they've been here, right? But able to find the escape. Fred a little bit trying to find their pressure. Might see some stance stuff. It worked earlier on. Are they going to go for it? They're going for the low into throw.
The low, this one blocked into the reversal. Get me out of here, says V. Not a whole lot of chances to work with. The U-Star Chaser connects. Taking all the plus frames you can at this point.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, Fred. Thank you. We kept it simple. You could have done auto combo too. That would have been cool, but you know, just enough to clutch it out. That was really back and forth, right? We thought Fred was going to sweep 3-0, but then Diegsternator. Deeg locking in the main squeeze. Lucilius, of course, and Gaba locking in the Ladiva.
As the cohort of Lucilius players has kind of shrunk over the time since 1.5, I've started to love watching D, as he is one of the most consistent representatives of my personal favorite character. I love watching him play.
Absolutely, and they play Lucilius in such an interesting way. Like, they use the stance a lot more, and they use it in ranges where you're not expecting. Most of the time, we're seeing it full screen, chucking stuff, building that meter, but they're using it as a cancel option and then recanceling and throwing stuff and maintaining the advantage. But right now, Gabagool has this corner. Level 4 is available for Deeg, so trying to build that 5 and get the party going, set up the end game.
Gaba is so smart, negating the hitbox of H-Disc with the headbutt and saying, "Excuse me, coming through. There's another headbutt for you."
There it is, Gaba. Yep, that was also recently buffed too in a previous patch, so good awareness utilizing all your new tools you got available to sweep on the punish.
Vaseraga, that's what you were calling out as well, the 5U cancels. Since the changes to Lucilius's blade meter gain, he's become a little bit more reliant on that 5U. It's a bit more of a necessity when it was, kind of forgotten back in Lucilius's heyday.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, they're using it at such a scary range too, where you think, oh, they're vulnerable. Let me mash. But no, they're able to place it just right. Uh-oh. Speaking of vulnerable, Gaba finding the anti-air. Gonna be possibly enough to get the kill. SBA locking it in. Yeah, that's gonna be enough.
Did I blink or did Gaba do Lariat 3 times in that combo?
I think so. We've heard complaints about corner carry from the Katalina Discord saying this character does too much. We gotta nerf this character. I'm pretty sure I just saw an anti-air corner to corner meterless.
Yep.
I'm not saying nerf Ladiva, but I'm definitely saying nerf Ladiva.
Yo, Gaba almost had the sauce. The double 2H for the side switch.
Grabbing the teleport, so smart. Nice, and it's all right. I'll just throw it out. Oh, yeah, gonna go for the SB, and that's gonna be punish. Has a lot of invincibility.
Gabagool is sat fully forward in the chair. He is a game in here.
I believe we're going for the flex this time from D. Saying, okay, don't throw me this time. I'm sorry. I'll go the flex. No headbutts to punish. Again, we're so active. This anti-air has been paying off so well. And I'm so surprised they're being counter hit every time. It seems like D's delaying their button last possible second to make sure that they don't get this cool combo, but Gabagool ready for it.
It's definitely working out. The jumps being caught at every mark. The scoop we get to is time for the Grappler gameplay. Buffed up with the work the crowd. Doesn't even need it as you find the hit. The SBA is on deck. We're surely going to root into it.
No way. This doesn't kill, right? Okay. We can keep Ladiva the same for now, I think. But yeah, finding the old DP, good answer from D, recognizing, all right, I got to make something happen. Really close to chip out. Although Ladiva doesn't have a lot of chip out options, so not too much of a worry. You just got to play really strong and make sure that there's no option to reversal. Of course, no traditional reversals without meter from Ladiva, so able to make something happen here still.
Brave counter into 2M. So difficult to deal with because, all right, yeah, Ladiva's got that free run up from the Brave counter. Now she's in your face. You desperately try and walk back to no effect.
Absolutely, yeah. Good awareness too. You know, the throw. It's scary, right? Because you just gotta respect it. Maybe try to use a BC or something. But there's that stance cancel, and then gonna be able to get the throw. Kappa still in the corner. Uh-oh, yeah, not ready to anti-air that time. He has plenty of meter available. Gonna spend it. Probably gonna go into Pinwheel, I imagine, to get that level 5. Not gonna be enough to kill.
Not the cooldown quite yet, but when anything comes back up, we'll be able to crest level 5. For that reason, Deeg held on to that Iscariot cooldown. Didn't want to use it in the combo. Instead of going for the damage with super. Saved that cooldown for when you are level 5.
Absolutely, just scoops immediately. I blinked and Gabagool died, but you know, Gaba able to get Diegsternator in the corner and just like that, trying to fight their way back out. Really still using a good job of that stance to build that meter passively, but a block DP, this is going to be so crucial for Gaba.
A whole lot of a health lead, and this can be very difficult for Lucilius to recoup going down this early with that not that much blade level. However, getting one full one off the Iscariot means a lot. You're at 3 now, where Lucilius starts to really come alive. Unless Gaba stays in your face off of that failed Brave counter and scoops you twice.
Yep, plenty of damage available. Gaba 1 round away from taking the set. Diegsternator not out of it yet, you know. Of course, it's on paper, right? Zoner versus Grappler, but this seems good. But Gaba showing that, hey, sometimes on paper, it's a little different in person. So right now, Diegsternator making good work, putting on this pressure. The BC, counter hit 2. Super critical to build that space back.
Tessera into throw, a little bit of extra credit on top of that damage, but jumping yourself into the corner is surely not where Diegsternator wants to be.
I think they either jump in missed or I'm not really sure, but you know, it's okay. Back to the corner. Still has a lot of options. Just trying to build that SBA. Uh-oh, level 5 is online, but the low able to clip Deeg, and now they're in the corner, going to be taking a bunch of damage here. Maybe guess for game coming up shortly.
There's the H command grab. We get the follow-up with the elbow. See you later, Diegsternator. Gabagool with a 3-0.
Why do we character. What are your thoughts, Pineapple?
Battle 1. Engage.
He definitely brings a cadence to Granblue that we haven't seen with any other character, right? Being one without the traditional movement options of a run, not having the dash normals that Granblue versus Rising is built around. This is a very unique playstyle, for better or for worse, depending on who you ask. And one thing is for certain, though, he does a hell of a lot of damage. You get touched by Wilnas, you explode off of just about anything.
So yeah, and you got the off-screen mix, kind of like Grimner, but inverted, right? They're on the ground and you're in the sky. What's happening? Who knows? You got to guess by their ponytail or whatever it is. But right now, it doesn't seem like it's too much of an issue for Xena taking the first round.
Verxina, for anyone in chat familiar with his work on the commentary desk, Kopi VT, my esteemed fellow commentator, showing up and pulling up to the ladder, doing very well so far.
Absolutely. And diorfraud trying to find a way out. One of the challenges too with Wilnas, right? They do have a traditional reversal with being a DP. It's kind of weird in where it moves you forward a lot, so it's definitely a more get off me move and not an anti-air, right? But oh my gosh, this damage. Now you're in the corner. Uh-oh. Verxina trying to find a way out. Finds the counter hit though. That is plus. You got to worry about that flip something.
Oh my goodness, 2H caught on the backside? That was awkward.
There's that DP to get off me. Oh my gosh, the awareness, recognizing. All right, this Wilnas, mad Wilnas, always going to come in with that knee. It's plus, it skips neutral. Narmaya doesn't have a fireball to throw out. It's almost safe, but the counter, able to play it out. Good counterplay by Verxina, taking the first game.
Kopi's been so good at scouting out those knees from diorfraud. Every time it wants to just cross that full screen space with it, a DP is coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been such good awareness that I don't think we've really even seen much cashing out from Dior, but finding a low that time, but able to really cash out anything meaningful. Double flip is always scary. 1 BC point left from diorfraud.
And you're gonna be losing the rest of that health.
Kopi, recognizing, 1 diamond, I got SBA, cash it out really early. We don't need to sweat too much about it. Hanging a quick advantage here in game 2. Trying to get here, but diorfraud recognizing, I'll chill. Don't do any button. It doesn't matter.
Why is diorfraud's name in game Troy Palamalu? Is it that long-ass hair that Wilnas has? Is that what we're doing?
Well, quite possibly, yeah. The smile, who knows? But it looks like Verxina's not biting on that mix, though, so... diorfraud trying to find an escape. Again, like you mentioned, doesn't have a traditional run, has like a command dash type deal, right? And is able to cancel it preemptively into a 6-6 move, but it's not too helpful in this matchup, right? No projectiles to deal with. Doesn't really have big, low-hitting moves to hop over. 6-6H is a good plus move. Finding the hit, gonna go with the SBA. Big start. Over the dragon. Has the funny flying. Gonna be quite enough, but no diamonds, so I gotta worry about Raging Strike now.
Oh, DP straight through. I'm not trying to take any of that chip damage. Instead, I'll take the real thing. As again, diorfraud wants to close the space with the burning knee, but it's not happening. Verxina has a DP ready every single time.
And you even spent the cash on that to really emphasize saying, hey, you can't do this. We gotta play neutral the fairway. By the fairway, I mean it's where Narmaya wins neutral, but that's, one of the downsides is Wilnas' character. Gotta figure out how to navigate these players who are ready for the attack. Right now, Verxina not making it easy. Finds the hit in the corner. SP is an option. I can't imagine we're going to let it rip. Oh, that's so critical, dropping that Raging Strike.
I see someone in chat saying, telling Verxina to stop trying to Kara that Raging Strike. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's 0-3.
I mean, it could be cool as long as we get one, right? And if we get the set, it doesn't matter, right? But Verxina taking the round, 1 round away from taking the set.
Oh, Khalil put my man Kopi on stream. It was like, all right, Kopi's here. He's trying to clip farm now.
if anything, it's good practice, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know, see what happens. Here it comes. Are we gonna Kara? Do it. No, coward.
We got another chance.
Find the hit. Do it
Round
again.
2. Oh, he
You're not
chickened
that
out.
Boo! Give diorfraud the game. No, Kofi.
Believe in victory.
Stand believing in the Zoes. You know, been repping this character for the longest time, showing off a lot of strong showing. But you know, Jimon, of course, rocking the Ladiva, strong character, recently buffed in a previous patch. So definitely going to be a little bit of a challenge to navigate through Dragon, but his corner pressure is so strong from Sin and just setting up this spacing where he can't do much.
Spacing very difficult to deal with. This is really the only normals that Ladiva has that will reach there, like far reach. Unless Sin tries to get a little bit antsy and go into the 6XL that whiffs, and J-Mom is granted an opportunity.
Yeah, you saw Sin working so hard in the corner, getting little hits here and there, doing a little bit of chip, and then J-Mom just punishing 6XL, the best move in the game, I've heard. There's t-shirts made about it. Being punished, and then getting all that damage with Sin answering back with an SBA of their own, tying up the life count. No diamonds left for J-Mom, so going to be taking a bunch of damage if any sort of opening happens.
Oh my god, the anti-air grab right off the rip, baiting out, or punishing rather, Sin's attempt on throw bait.
Brother, it is round 1. Chill out. It's not that serious. They want to secure it on. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That jump-in's going to be enough to get that round. Pulling out all the tricks. It's so tricky. I'm sure these players have played a bunch too, so calling out those play tendencies, right?
But it's top 8. At this point, it's time to get serious. And J-Mom, we can tell, is already locked all the way in. We're going to need to recover things a little bit as you're in the corner. This is a fantastic way to do it, capitalizing on the drop.
Yeah, so critical. Unfortunately, yeah, that old skill whiffing. So critical. I have to imagine they wanted to get the extra dust loop in there, but J-Mom has this corner, 2 hits, and they're already really in the lead here to life count. Super's almost available for both players, but Sin able to escape the corner and now has control of it.
Until the 2M comes out from J-Mom, one of Ladiva's best buttons. So good at catching any forward movement, backward movement, whatever you want. J-Mom leveraging that wonderfully.
Absolutely. It's just so long, too. Like, how do you contest it sometimes? Good footsie pressure, you know, but J-Mom really abusing that and making good count of it. Sin, of course, not out of it. It's all first of 3, right? So we're chilling. Trying to find these hits.
We've been going through the whole bracket here tonight. First of 3 still the name of the game. These players have given us some banger sets throughout.
Absolutely, yeah, the old DP letting it rip. Big star trying to get this thing going. You know, one of Sin's losses in the pools was 2-0. It was 2-3, another Ladiva player, so gotta be worried about that. You know, shake off the rust, not too worried. Maybe it's a gap in their knowledge, but Sin showing good work, making this round come back, taking the first round of game 2.
I'll be interested to see what nothing is actually representing when you just start off with. You know, as of the character's release, he's been pretty well sold on Galleon for the most part. But, you know, with a Ladiva coming out here and there too.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, it's good to have that character too, especially, you know, if you've got like comfort picks or you feel that maybe it's a better matchup. But right now, J-Mom doing really well in this corner. But a DP to escape, Sin able to roll out too and start taking that corner pressure back. But J-Mom has such a life lead too, so just able to play a little bit slow. Has to worry about the one bravery point left, so definitely a scary option for Sin to abuse if they find a hit.
Light Dragon keeping J-Mom stuck in this corner. I can't imagine J-Mom feels all that much pressure given the life lead he's got currently until something goes poorly. So you got some Dragon Meter, can go for some extra dust loops into the cash out with the refund, okay.
Yeah, recognizing too they weren't going to get the kill, right? So just get the reset to try to maintain that advantage. Chip out might be coming a factor here. J-Mom has a bunch of meter, and again, the stop sign, able to call out Sin's approach and finding the kill. All that patience really paying off.
What a weird combo, man. Counter hit 2M, close light 2M.
You know,
What?
she needs it apparently, but it almost looks like a goofy Wilnas combo, right? We're doing Street Fighter links apparently. I don't know, but doesn't matter. Sin trying to start this pressure up, but it's so tricky. Jamal has just been doing such a good job at playing really compact and really patient, waiting for their opportunity. Only really getting blown up in the pressure when they're starting things going by like an ult DP, which is one of the weaknesses to Zoe, right? Doesn't have a traditional reversal, has to spend meter for it.
I love the descriptor compact you use there. It's really come in like bursts from J-Mon, right? As soon as he finds one hole in Sin's offense, far light, 2M, etc., he is all gas for the next 5 seconds, and then he's chilling again.
Yeah, but Sin, you know, finding the opening on Jamon, probably thinking maybe they were just going to go for the plus frames, but went for the laser and found the hit. And now all of a sudden, Jamon has to go on to the aggression, right? No diamonds, has a lot of meter, and Sin answering with a button of their own, saying, I got to stop time too, tying it up. One game apiece.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Up. Full 360 on it too.
Big start, yeah, immediately BC's out, just trying to maintain that pressure, but Sin answering back. And again, there's that 2M, it's so strong. Just trying to find some sort of answer. Ducks the lariat and able to get the punish. Trying to charge up that dragon meter. It is one of the core pieces for Zoe, but the reversal able to punish.
Comes through, but not for Sin. J-Mom reaping all the rewards of it.
Battle 2.
Absolutely, yeah. First one block is set. Sin's been doing really good. He's hit like 3 for 4, so, you know, sometimes you just got to shake it off and recognize, like, you know, sometimes it's just going to happen. J-Mom getting all these hit confirmed in the corner. Lots of meter available to start cashing out. We haven't really seen a much of command grab mix-up yet. I know Sin does like to play a little bit more agile and, you know, going for lightning throw bait, so maybe that's what J-Mom's worried about, but now we're back in the corner and Sin in control.
J-Mom has been spending a lot of time on the defensive, only taking opportunities when he sees the gaps in the offense. Those bursts of momentum from J-Mom paying dividends. The 2M has been such a reliable check.
Yeah, so strong. Just trying to find those gaps, like you mentioned, threading the needle and able to get the conversions when they need it. And it's really strong as a game plan where you're saving your meter and saying, okay, I just need to stick out one button and then find the kill. They're trying to get in, and I don't have to worry too much about chip, right? Zoe does have some plus frame options, but really chip is pretty minimal, so you can play a little bit more patient. Especially the grappler has a lot of life too.
Hit 6XL has been where Sin's found a lot of that reward. Goes into the Gamma Ray, even knows that very minimal dragon. Have to be a little bit economical with it going forward.
Yep, going for the jump in, holding the guard button, faking the jump light attempt, and maybe trying to go for a throw instead to go for the frame kill, but Sin still maintaining control in the corner. Jamon does have 100 meters, so we might see reversal super. Uh-oh, finds the punish. Seen this before. Jamon looking really strong here, able to take Sin into the corner now. There's the grab. Uh-oh, gotta start guessing.
Sin guesses right on the walk back, catches J-Mom with a 2L Raging Strike. Not gonna be a whole lot of damage, especially against Ladiva's health bar, but it will be enough to make the following throw kill.
So we planning the lightning, going for the throw. So tricky. Sin on the board, staying alive here. I'm trying to set up this pressure using the EX headbutt. Goes for the high ender, and then BC's immediately wants to keep their turn as much as possible. Finds the raw lariat hit too in the corner.
White spinning slashes, trying to get away from perhaps a command grab attempt.
Something, yeah, goes for the ult lariat to break the guard, forcing the BC. Sin just trying to find a way to escape, but it's so tricky. A super is a good way to get out. Deleting the diamond, full animation too.
jump with the super jump. And J-Mom on the back foot now. He only has one crystal left to his name with the health tied up. It gets that crystal back and some damage to boot. The raw maximum love bomb going straight through the dragon. Now Sin is left without any meter.
Gonna BC, that's the last bravery point Sin has, but looks like they're making it count. Finds the hit, but unfortunate drop. Oh, J-Ma so close to finding the hit and finds the kill with the 6XL conversion. J-Ma on set point, 1 round away from eliminating Sin.
Critically, Sin didn't have a whole lot of control over neutral situations there, as he had no dragon meter for the longest time. Gaining half of it back right as the round ended, too little too late, and now J-Mom is riding that momentum to a nearly 50% health lead here in what could be our final round.
Finds the 6XL hit, gonna scale the combo a little bit, but is gonna be able to delete the diamond here, doing additional damage, not quite enough to kill, has to guess, hits nothing, and finds the punish on the high.
Far light, press it out. Beautiful stuff from J.
The Lowain, right? Kind of interesting choices. Lots of different variety for characters too.
Oh yeah. I mean, even beyond those, we've seen plenty others within the life of Horizon. There's definitely being the premier ones these days. Lowain really feels like the oddball to me. I don't know where this one came from. I don't really have the insight to that, do you?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I have seen kind of an uptick in Lowain play. I think some players are starting to recognize that, yeah, he's a funny character and he's got funny human pyramid and stuff, but he does have very real checkmate dynamics, right? And he does have a game plan you can play towards, right? You just play towards having the meter and then getting it confirmed like we're seeing here with human pyramid, or just setting up ult throws and just kind of forcing the spot dodge and punish. So has a lot of options to checkmate, and right now Ava just kind of running away with it, has all the life available to gamble. Yoza trying to find an opening. Not very easy from mid-screen.
Especially with Ava's ability to quite literally run away with it. Lowain's back run giving him so much extra room in the mid-screen that Yoza's finally chased him down and can really mount something serious here. Unfortunately, the Genji close heavy goes wide, and what looked like a free punish for Yoza ends in disaster.
What an insane interaction. I cannot believe, Hava just barely escaped. Got clipped, but not quite enough to get the full confirm. And now Hava having the corner here. You got to be able to shake that off and just try again. And now we see Hava again, just kind of playing that patient defense. Once they're out of gas, they just back off. Has a really fast back dash to punish this block DP. Big damage. No setups though.
Yeah. You awesome sauce into nothing. I'm sure not what Have a Nice Day was looking for. I mean, you crossed some wires there, but got the reactions too. Wires not crossed on that second interaction with a free punish there from Hava.
Yeah, it's tricky, right? You don't get a lot of punish, but being able to delete that diamond is super critical. Able to start working towards a win condition of doing additional damage, or maybe a raw raging strike. But at this point, with high level play, you're not trying to open up your opponents with raw raging strike. Ava again just playing to the game plan, back off, wait, but the close heavy finding its hit. Yoza able to cash out a lot of damage here.
The SSBA. Unfortunately, this leads to a rather unfavorable situation afterwards with Hava getting dragged down in the corner. But the damage and the BP expenditure is certainly worth it.
Yeah, gonna BC immediately on the jump in. Kind of worried. Uh-oh, yeah, baits the BC and finds the hit and the kill. And gonna spend the super after the game. Might as well.
I thought that was the win screen. I can't lie to you.
I totally thought it was going to play out the whole thing for a sec. I was really scared we were going to be here just commentating nothing. But have a 1 game on the board in this first of 3. Looking really strong. Finds the close heavy.
I was sat there like, I don't remember Yugi being in their win screen. When did this happen?
It's a new DLC patch or mod or something we got installed. But Hava able to find these confirms. That cat laser doing really well to hold down neutral. Able to contest Misfinder and any sort of options Narmaya has. So has to use some ult skills to blow through some of this defense. And again, the ult bros coming in so clutch.
Always a threat of a combo breaker there when the ult pros coming through. Old TP coming through for Yoza, but not getting punished this time.
Very good. You know, again, Hava just playing at these ranges where Narmaya just doesn't have a lot of options. Even if she does find some hit, she's not going to get a lot, right? Can't do an easy peasy Raging Strike confirm. It's going to need to spend resources that they don't have, like Old Misfiner or some sort of crumple option. Not easy. Hava making it really challenging.
Huh? H Kyoka in the face? Just like that?
You know? It works, right? Calculated. Yoza knew what was going to happen, and Hava just content to block. Totally chilling. It's just chip damage. Who cares? Set up the robot, finds the cross up, and going to be able to secure this corner.
Boys set up, get some spaghetti. That really hit the spot. That gave me a whole lot of health back.
So good, and Hava just cycling his specials in such a way where they're able to still generate meter and send out the bros. It's on Yoza to try to spot dodge, but if Hava's placing these bros correctly, they're able to punch the spot dodge. That's very scary.
Yoza able to get the punish. Hava gets a little bit too greedy there with the salad. You've been eating too much. Got to cut you off a little bit. This ain't all you can eat.
Uh-oh, yeah, tries to spot dodge the missiles. Uh-oh, gonna be able to find the confirm too. No bravery points left for Hava, but it might not matter. Gonna be setting up a guess for game, finds the sweep.
There it is.
Finds the kill, yeah.
Able to guess properly there. Sweep into use. That's so good.
Yeah, it's so scary too, because, you know, at certain spacings, 6XL is not going to be fun enough. They just crumple a little bit too fast, especially with the crumple change, but good awareness of Yoza securing that. Hava trying to start this pressure. Already 2 bravery points down, but maintaining that corner is so critical for this character, so making sure that they just have that and starting up this meter usage. Bros are coming. Here comes a human pyramid attack.
The leg out from under Yoza, catching him asleep at the wheel. Not a huge amount of damage, but anything matters, especially the bravery point expenditure.
Yeah, now it's kind of on Hava to start building that meter back up, but has full life right now. So Yoza has to make something happen, but gonna get opened up by the button. Hava going up 2-0 versus Yoza. 1 game away from moving on.
Confident and dominant on the Lowain.
Yeah, they've really been playing to that game plan of, hey, meter's really easy to gain. I've got the ability to heal and gain meter from my 5U. I'll let my bros, I'll let the robot take care of neutral for me and just really play to that advantage. And, you know, Yosa's just been having a hard time trying to thread that needle. You know, ult flip is kind of cool, but it's really slow, so maybe Hava can punish it or, you know, does have access to the counter. But right now, Yoza's securing this corner, starting up this pressure. Hava respecting the throw, gonna take it.
Yeah, it gives him just enough meter for the HPA, and we can use that to get straight out the corner, back up. Probably not gonna get the punish. Hava challenges with the close light. Not expecting Yoza to be present there.
Absolutely, Hava still trying to play to this advantage, spacing things out. Already back at 50 meter, so can start sending the bros out. Just gaining all this meter. Yoza's got to do something to find a way in. It's so tricky, though.
There's a parfait. That's a whole lot more meter. 80 now. We get some bros. We get the 6-6H.
Luckily, no counter hits, so Yoza's not going to get full confirmed. Hava's forcing that BC. So close again. Has SSBA for Yoza. Has to find some hit. Just not biting, able to get the hit, and the should be the kill.
The U-Cat bot, or the H-Cat bot, excuse me, let her do all the work. A set point now for Hava's Lowain.
It's been working really well. First counter, I think we've seen all set, paying off really strong. You got minus frames, spend it anyways. It's really early. Not a lot of damage available. Eating in front of your face. Hava starting to run away with it. All this meter cashing out right now. Hava wants to end this as quick as possible. Yoza in a little bit of trouble here, but does have some resources, able to reversal.
Not if Tommy is out there sweeping the legs out from Yoza. Have a nice day. Gonna secure himself a perfect.
Versus Grappler. Traditionally really rough for the grappler, but this is not no normal grappler. This is nothing.
Indeed. They have a bit of a... Well, I won't speak too soon, because nothing's already gotten in.
Yeah, and has a lot of damage already built up. 100-meter available. Insurgents, able to BC and start that pressure back up. Just trying to build that space and just throw everything in the kitchen sink. Able to punish the Lariat this time. Not a lot of damage, but really its screen position is what they're looking for, and just building up that damage over time.
Continuing to chip out nothing how far with the Flamme Thunder. Back up with a grenade.
Good utilization of the rat race and anti-airing really early. Kind of reminiscent of like Aura DP from Sagat. And, this is his owner, but Insurgent making it happen. No Bravey points left, so any sort of hit could be critical. Forcing the DP and finds the hit.
Crossover to get himself some extra space. The 6/6H guard canceled out from nothing. Having a lease on life for Insurgent, but the U Lariat is going to take that same life from just about 50%.
So critical, yeah. Luckily Insurgent had a lease on life, with that BC on the 6/6H, but nothing able to find the hit and get the kill. Uh-oh, going for the anti-air, unblockable this time. Could you just imagine these big buff grappler headbutting grenades as they approach you? What world are we in? You got a gun, but I've got my forehead, so good luck, bro.
Hey, she's got like the mask on her forehead or something. She's got at least a little sliver of wood to protect her.
Future, and it's got the rainbow hater shades on too, so maybe it's extra forehead armor. But Insurgent's doing really well keeping nothing out, forcing all these jumps and these punishes. And again, Rat Race DP, so strong. Nothing on chip out point now.
Give me a hug? No thanks.
Yeah, I like that approach from Insurgent to try to bait some sort of reaction to throw or something risky for nothing and really paying off, tying up the round count.
He spent very early from Insurgent. He may come to regret that if we're not able to keep nothing out for a while.
Just gonna go for the super jump over, but nothing still chasing down. Finding hit, and Insurgent in the corner now.
Meter for super. We got empty jump command grab.
Yeah, going for these body splash whiffs, kind of interesting, but Insurgent able to thread it and find the hit. Forcing back that mid-screen pressure. Grenade is placed, so additional plus frames. Did find the detonation. Whoa, what was that?
Second time the backdash from Insurgent has been caught by U Lariat. Nothing committed to crossing that horizontal space. Insurgent unfortunately getting caught in the act.
Absolutely. Nothing does a really good job of doing that chase down, right? And I think you have to as a grappler player, right? You have to get in and make that hit count. You can't just layer it in for free, but right now nothing's setting up all this grapple pressure. 2 for 2, 3 for 3 on these throws. BP's got to come sometime soon or make some sort of escape. Jumps to the 3. Oh my gosh, but not quite enough to punish.
Unblockable. We get something here. No confirm off the back side of it. Insurgent does not get the chance to spend that SSBA. Gonna die with it.
Yeah, so tricky. That routing can be a challenge depending on how high you hit. But Insurgent not out of it yet. Just a round. Still first to 3, so got games to play with and try to figure things out.
Sage whiffed, so nothing. Thought it was his turn. You still got this, use this in your face, and now you got red grenade, the delayed JU will detonate it. Over the center.
Going for the green. You gotta be able to confirm and taking the round. Insurgent starting to fire on all cylinders. I do like this routing too, where Insurgent, is going for this pressure and trying to get these combos, and even if they drop it, they're still at advantage. That plus on whiff factor. And just trying to set up and recognize, okay, I can't get full confirms here, but I can definitely start to reset and maybe get nothing pressing.
That can be one of the most difficult situations to deal with in fighting games. Drops where you're safe or plus. your opponent is expecting, oh, okay, they dropped the combo, it's my turn. And recognizing when it is not in fact their turn, when even though you dropped, it's still yours, can be hugely valuable.
Absolutely, and Surgeon playing the grenade game really well, finding the hit on nothing, gonna cash out SBA, 1 diamond left, so gonna be doing additional damage, but not quite enough to kill.
But deletes the first slow kill, but the recovery immense on it.
Yeah, definitely just stuck there. Oh, got a headache, I need to take some Advil, chill out for a second. Insurgent tying up the game count, 1 apiece. Nothing to even thought, maybe, you know, going back to character select, but we believe in Ladiva.
I don't know, I can't imagine that the Galleon would have much of a better time against Eustace, but you know, I'm not that familiar with the matchup. Maybe not.
Probably not. I don't know. Maybe the ult fireball, but you know, nothing's also got a pretty competent, not competent, strong Sora is, right? So maybe go for a little bit more aggression. That is a little bit more linear, right? It's kind of on the opponent's mistake, but right now nothing. Showing off that this character can still do it. Search has got to find a way to kind of close the distance here, get some damage going, has SSBA. But nothing, just kind of chilling, hang out, avoid some chip as much as possible, get a kill somewhere. Yeah, we saw the 2M earlier, now we see the 5M also showing off. Hey, pretty good buttons, it turns out.
Surgeon, unfortunately, showing us a slightly less useful one there. My goodness, ready for the Raging Strike reset? You called it out in one of our previous matches. The raw Raging Strike at this top level of the gameplay is just not going to be that reliable.
Yeah, especially because I imagine these players all play each other pretty often, whether in bracket or just online, and just like we know some of these tendencies. But yeah, roll SSBA, a classic, nothing able to find it though. So you're just going to be taking a bit of damage off this, but does still have a diamond, so not death, not quite close, but a throw could be life or death here.
Good. From nothing side. I think nothing can survive one. Maybe not anymore as the chip damage is starting to rack up.
Yeah, just going to start spinning off that old skill. Nothing's trying to find something. Early grenade detonate, maybe try to stuff a lariat or something, and just going to go for the rat race back step. Surgeon on the board, taking the tie here.
This round gets a whole lot of momentum going into the latter half of the set.
Gonna be able to 2H? I don't know what that was. I guess maybe trying to go for a crunchy combo, but, you know, it's able to get them to survive still. Yeah, forcing the BC on the ult lariat. It's probably good economy for nothing, right? Wants to be able to delete those diamonds and get more damage going when they do find the hit.
It is the critical part of that, though. Nothing still stuck in this corner. Has been a victim to Flamic Thunder, late throw techs, a U grenade as well that he still has to hold. And throughout all this, the chip damage is racking up slowly but surely, and the shimmy will capitalize on it.
Yeah, good awareness of using that Raging Strike. It's, you know, it is standardized, right? But luckily able to find the hit, recognizing where the placement of the hitbox goes on that far H. Insurgent taking the advantage here, 2-1, 1 game away, but nothing showing a lot of good composure and able to find these hits. Just kind of a matter of that damage economy coming in.
What do you think of nothing just ripping like 5 headbutts off of the round start, saying I don't want any of these grenades?
I think nothing heard that metaphor of, you know, bashing your head into a wall until you break through, quite literally, and it seems to be paying off, so can't be too mad about it. Finding his hit in the SBA, gonna start this pressure, 1 diamond left.
Make that 0 as Insurgent spends the last one. You gotta make this gap count, otherwise it's all for nothing. He's gonna go in and find the command grab, not quite the kill, but just a delayed 2L will do it.
Yeah, it's so tricky, right? Insurgent, you know, very much could have got the kill, right, if they guessed right and went straight into SSBA, but it's such a risk there. Insurgent setting up this grenade pressure, nothing trying to find a way in, but yeah, EX grenades into the EX ball, so tricky to deal with at times. Finds the throw on the grappler. You don't see it too often, but gonna go in for this pressure.
See? Nothing doesn't want to hold that. These projectiles don't mean nothing to me. My forehead's too hard.
Molded by the projectiles, ready for it. And we just see nothing trying to swing, fight their way in. Insurgent ready for the alt lariat this time. Finding the hit, deleting that diamond, one left. Additional damage coming in, but not quite dead yet.
2H, there we go. Insurgent now on set point. One round away from booking himself a ticket to winners finals.
Absolutely, yeah. Insurgent really showing good pacing of grenade placements and setting up any sort of combo structure and trying to set up that zoning, getting nothing to jump. It's been so strong for them, but nothing finding their way in now. Finds the throw, but doesn't find the second one.
Grenade on, allowing for a confirm off of the use slow kill. Surgeon now going to push him to the corner, not going to spend the extra 50 instead. Maybe using it here.
Yeah, not quite. Just going to mash on the pressure, recognizing SBA, SSBA, not a factor. Do it anyways. Insurgent going to be moving on. Much appreciated. We got, of course, Elsa rocking the CAG, and then interesting choice from Vermilion picking the Beatrix. Their lover, it turns out.
He's entered the tournament under this tag. He has to at least play one game of Beatrix. And so far, at least on stream, we've only seen the Tubbie that Vermilion is obviously known for. But, you know, it's a different moniker. This is a different player.
Yeah, I mean, it's the day and night walker almost, but the trap securing a big confirm here for Elsa. This is going to be a kill here, too. And really strong start here from Elsa, really able to punish a lot of opportunities from Vermilion, trying to make something happen, but it's so tricky, right? You know, riding free is good, but I don't know how good it is in this matchup, especially with such a strong sweep from CAG.
Find their way in with one of them. Oh my goodness, and because of how late that DP hit, able to get a little bit of a combo.
Oh, here comes trap throw pressure. What's going to happen? Finds the teleport hit this time. I think we might be dead here again.
The Ouroboros, and that super's fooled us too many times tonight. And now I'm just betting on death every time.
I'm pretty sure it's just an insta kill at this point, right? Have we ever seen it not kill? I don't know. I mean, the meter economy is so strong with Elsa, just recognizing their routings and doing it really well, canceling early just to make sure they get max damage. But yeah, here it is. Vermilion's main squeeze, the 2B. We won't tell Beatrix, don't worry about it. Maybe the B, 2B is 2 Beatrix, who knows? But yeah, it's going to be a much different gameplay now with 2B being able to call a lot of zoning attempts here from CAG.
Random trap, but we get some space out. Yo!
I like that. That's it. You know, I believe that's an OS regardless of what happens, because if you tap forward to the DP, and then, yeah, if it turns out it's backwards, it's the fireball. So, good awareness there from Vermilion. And yeah, setting up the lasso, blocking the BC, maintaining their turn, going to be able to find the hit. Not going to be enough to kill, but definitely a good start. Not a lot of skill meter either, so not a lot of cancel options.
Spending some more of that skill to get that dash cancel. Like you said, didn't have many options, but this skill recovering a lot faster than it did before the patch.
Absolutely, yeah. Just going to send the gunshot. That is one of your free options you have available. Going to send the boba. Luckily, able to block in time. Yeah, quite enough to get it, but oh my gosh, the 2H finding the hit. It's so big.
Battle 2. Engage.
I was a little bit scared there when I saw the teleport come out from Elsa. Like, there's no way she's going to finesse Vermilion out of this round. Surely not.
Yeah, absolutely. Vermilion trying to just slowly make progression here. Finds the jab and just going to try to get that corner pressure going. Again, one of the challenges here with 2B is that her pressure ends in a couple different ways, right? It's gunshot, which we've seen a couple times, which if you're lucky, you know, you can spot dodge and punish appropriately, but it's super tight. You can end it with the pod, which is a different timing, and that's plus, but does require that skill gauge, and then you can, of course, just do nothing and see what happens. You can go for run. There's just so many things, but all of it, you know, there are some answers to, and Elsa just kind of got to guess, and it's been working out pretty well so far.
That throw going straight over the trap for Elsa, not able to get a full combo off of that.
Able to spot dodge that lasso too, doesn't want to have to spend that BC early. Old spike coming in, trying to anti-air, but the flow saving him. Hey, gonna go for super to punish the fall H. Oh, okay, it's not that good. It's not an instant kill. It's only really good, but Elsa, tying up the round count.
At that point, I think that would have been a chip out on Vermilion had he blocked it, so I love the hula hoop as an option there.
Absolutely. Again, finding this big anti-air start. Uh-oh. Finding that 5H so strong. Lots of damage on the table here, but starting to run out of resources here a little bit for Vermilion, and a DP forcing that really early.
Pressing, just like that. Got a little bit of extra skill for the chain. Oh, just barely enough.
Just barely, yeah. So tricky, but, you know, able to find that hit. Of course, Elsa has a bunch of characters they play. Of course, they've been playing Cag a bunch lately, right? Ever since the, I think, right before Verxina changed, right? They've been playing this character a bit more. And, of course, Vermilion does have options as well, but tying it up, one game apiece. Tries to go for the anti-air, but it's so tricky, you know, that disjoint is such a big button. Hard to challenge. Maybe going for old DP could be the answer, but you don't want to spend those resources when you can spend them on getting the kill. Also trying to fight their way, I guess, into the corner or side swap or something, but it seems to be working out pretty good. Has SBA available.
Actually, that trap off screen persisting for a really long time, so Elsa didn't have that cooldown to get some more neutral presence with it.
Oh, now we're just sticking buttons out. You know, that is not an auto combo button, but going for safer pressure, using the gunshot to maintain that skill gauge and just trying to set up a kill somewhere. Boba Ball's coming in, finding that far age into the kill.
Counter hit 2B 5H is never gonna get old for me, man. There's just something about the chop with that weighty counter hit behind it.
It's so chunky, it's so active too. Like, even when the sword is down, if you can walk into it, it'll explode sometimes. But right now, Vermilion's showing off the strength of this character, finding the corner too, forcing the air attack and trying to get that skill gauge built back up, but it's so tricky.
Gotta take some time in neutral. It is gaining pretty quickly now that you haven't spent any in a while. Great anti-air confirmed. Yuel gets a bravery point for it for their troubles.
Yeah, I have to imagine maybe they wanted to chuck the pod a little bit farther away to make sure that they could get the BC for free and able to at least continue their pressure. But right now, Elsa able to find a corner using the ult hula hoop as well. Not going to be nearly enough to kill, but we got a funny mix coming up here, I have to imagine.
Traps above, traps below. What are you going to do? You're in the box, and all there is to do is go to the next round.
Absolutely. Elsa threading the needle there, able to find the kill. Good setup for that routing too, but of course not quite out of it yet. Tying up the round count, tying up the game count. Next round's going to have a pretty big advantage here. Finds the throw bait.
Bait to boot. Elsa going straight over top of it, punishing Vermilion with a game 4.
Absolutely. Gonna be able to take that advantage there. You know, of course, Vermilion does have other characters, but I think the 2B's been working out pretty good. It's just a matter of not falling for some of those baits and, you know, finding those hits, but Elsa able to find the teleport mix and going in now.
She's getting a little bit more creative with those baits. You just saw the jump over, teleport back, almost looking like some anime game stuff here in Granblue.
Absolutely. I think you have to, right? Recognizing how good of a player Vermilion is. You got to get a little creative, even if maybe it's not quite as advantageous. You just got to hit them with something they're not familiar with. So close and able to secure the kill with the rock.
Indeed, indeed.
Battle 2. Engage.
And all of a sudden, Elsa on set point.
Jumping in the corner very early by Vermilion, though. A medium counter hit. A little bit buffed in this version, able to get a little bit more ease of use out of it.
Yeah, an aggressive DP to answer the BC. Wants to keep all their bravery points available. Here's going to spend one. Oh, man, we're spending BCs everywhere. Counters it this time. Elsa, no bravery points left. Oh, yeah, just give me the kill.
Yeah, for chat, this is Beatrix is my lover 96 is Vermilion. Yes. Undercover.
Undercover, yes. But, you know, unfortunate routing there. Not quite close enough for the corner to get that 2M pickup, but it doesn't look like it's mattering too much. We're really able to find these hits, setting up this pressure. We're 1 or 2 guesses away from taking this game.
Space to a loop. Punished by Vermilion, but the backdash gets caught. Also able to get herself a whole lot of space here. The crush gets value too.
We keep seeing the spears come out. Uh-oh, yeah, the Boba's going to be able to lock Elsa in place, and that's going to be the game. Tying it up. 2-2. We're going to game 5 here, folks.
Game 5. The 2-time Evo top 8er Vermilion is pushing Elsa to the limit.
Going back to character select 2, maybe thinking about, okay, some counterplay. I know, at least on paper, maybe not after the changes too much, that Verxina did really good into 2B, able to challenge a lot of those ranges. Oh, going for the near, though. An interesting choice. I'm not really sure if I've seen too much of this matchup, to be honest. Or we just playing around. We might just be messing us up.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Cagliostro.
I remembered
2B.
shortly after Nier got changed, Elsa was on that. You know, I'm gonna figure out what the new Nier does. I'm gonna learn this character, you know, and stick with it. And I don't think that lasted all that long after she kind of discovered the state that the character has been in since.
Yeah, it's so tricky too, and especially even after the nerfs, right? There was additional changes where it's just like, why, right? But you know, this is going really well for Elsa right now. That just needed to cool off a little bit and set up this pressure, and now all of a sudden Vermilion on the back foot, trying to find the way in. The Boba balls again, finding this hit. Can't be spot dodging all the time, unfortunately.
Yeah, Viram called it out in chat. Rolling is typically the best option there, as it avoids both the laser and the pod bombs. Elsa getting caught up in wanting to spot dodge, then getting smoked.
Oh yeah, they locked SPA there. Gonna be a good chunk of damage. I think one of the challenges too is, you know, rolling means you go forward. Who wants to engage with 2B? I don't know. I don't. Uh-oh, and there's the pot throw. Vermilion able to lock in, take the round, and on set point.
Battle 2.
A monumental run back in that round from Vermilion. Gotta be crushing to Elsa. She'd garnered so much momentum there, was on the cusp of putting this set point in her column instead, but it just came crumbling down at the last moment.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Vermilion able to find the anti-air. We're in the other corner now. Also has to find some answer out. Goes for the EX spear. Double jump. Not fighting though. Oh, no, the crunch.
So crunchy. That counter hit 5H will do it. The last thing Elsa's gonna see in the winner's side is those perfect letters as Vermilion.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Yeah, the mirror is not one that I would expect nothing to opt into from the get-go, right? It might be something that we see if J-Mom comes out to an early lead, but I think most fighting game players are not trying to default to a mirror match if they can help it.
Yeah, I think it depends, right? Especially like grapplers, right? That can be so unfun, especially with like a slower lock speed type deal. But nothing's starting to get this pressure going. Has the rock set, Gonna be able to put Jamal into the corner now. Just kind of back to neutral. Yeah, that 5U, tap 5U is so critical, especially when you want to be able to build that space and get going. But Lariat able to close the distance, finds the old command grab. Not going to be quite enough to get the kill. The Rock then able to pick up, finding the kill off the far heavy. Anyways, nothing on the board.
Yeah, with that swift two-hand clap.
Absolutely, and yeah. Nothing, again, just kind of playing out this patience really well. I think one of the challenges, too, is, we know Galleon's super command grab. It's not real, right? You can jump it after flash. So you got to use it as a reversal or a combo tool. And then she is also the only character that makes a sound when her command grab's about to come out, right? Which is bizarre. So if you can hear that sound and you're ready for it, it can be troubling. But Jamon really showing a lot of his pressure, a lot of damage up on deck. This should be enough to kill. No diamonds left. Oh, this hurts for Galleon.
Yep, there we are. Gotta hold the plushie to block the kick. I'm sorry, Wobbly Galleon in chat. You've been sacrificed to Ladiva's boot.
Trying to set up that circle pressure. It's tricky, right? Even the one circle, the level 1 can be a little tricky because you got the 5U, nothing trying to fish for something, but Jamon close the space and stuff it out before it happens.
Oh, super. Taking the last bravery point off of nothing's counter. Yeah,
It's just
6XL is all she wrote.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, not a lot of options. Did have reversal, right? DP as an option, but maybe going for a safe jab. Who knows? It is not one of the stronger reversal options. Nothing back to characters like. Got to think about it. Maybe. Oh, we are going to the mirror. Yes, party time now. I hope we see 2 command grabs whiff right in front of each other. That would be fantastic. That would make my night, to be honest.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
I know the interaction that I want to see, but I'll never get is a super on super with Ladiva.
Super on super. Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. Oh my! I feel like they're taking turns doing like the same thing. Just Lariat. Oh, I know that's not real. I'll jab it. But yeah, just setting up this pressure. We're down to 1 diamond from nothing, 2 for Jama. So additional damage on nothing side. Just trying to build this meter.
For any opportunities to utilize that meter to take away that last PP. Same on the other side. This is going to be it. J-Mom got the meter, got the damage bonus, got the round.
Absolutely. The blue hair looking fantastic as usual. Shades on, ready to go. Yeah, unfortunately, just spending those BCs, we both see both players don't really want to interact with each other, right? They want to be able to set their plus frames up and start going. So, yeah, BC the 6XL immediately and back and forth. This is going to be the game where it's just like, I don't want to be in grappler range. Are you kidding me? This sounds terrible.
You're always in grappler range in some form or another in this matchup, unfortunately. Oh, nothing able to take the turn back, though. Good movement out of the corner.
And nothing backing off, recognizing that. 1 diamond apiece. It could be anyone's game. Oh, gonna be able to chase down with the old Lariat, though.
Damage there. Touch will kill from nothing.
Got that same meter count too. Uh-oh, big start, but still has 1 diamond, so not taking full damage yet, but you still got to guess here. Uh-oh, 1 more guess. Oh, it's not even gonna matter, is it? Oh, okay, all right. You get 1, and it was a high. Gross. Disgusting, even. Now I'm curious
from the top.
I'm curious if nothing goes to Sora's on this. I feel like that's probably also not something what they want to interact with, right? Maybe being able to be a little bit more mobile is cool, but Sora's naturally just wants to be in your face, and maybe you don't want to do that. So maybe they got a secret pocket fairy. That would be crazy, but I don't know.
It's tough. From nothing in bracket, we've seen Ladiva and Galleon, of course. Sora's, Charlotta, and now Wilnas, I guess. As we were hoping to see some Wilnas here in top 8. We're a little bit disappointed that MBK didn't make it to showcase that character, but
Believe in victory.
good thing we got nothing here.
Engage.
Yeah, you know, this matchup's kind of weird, right? They both play in this way where they want to get in and start their mix, whether it's strike throw or high-low. And right now, it's really paying off well for nothing. Finding the low. Oh, no, we're getting really close to the messy guessies.
Thought he was going for it.
Yeah, I like the adaptation to go for the neutral jump, right? Just to kind of threaten any sort of additional pressure. Recognizing that J-Mom might be ready for the 50-50, but oh my gosh, the DP neutral is so funny. Oh my goodness.
Oh! Confirm. Got the 6-6L, but it didn't connect properly. J-Mom had to round.
Yeah, so unfortunate. Nothing able to survive here. You know, this damage output was really good too, and being able to set us pressure. Oh, with the sweep. Have to imagine that nothing wants to find some sort of way in, maybe wait for the EX knee, but you know, 50 meter available, so can ult headbutt it.
How locked in J-Mom is. I've also seen some rumblings that, you know, if you're really on your game, you maybe will throw it.
Yeah, I've heard the legends. I'm definitely not on my game ever, so good luck. We're 2 for 2.
That's not me either.
Uh-oh, big start. Oh, DP anyways.
So he takes you to the moon.
Absolutely. Oh, gonna be able to body splash forward this time. Jamon, you're gonna be able to build a lot of screen real estate. SPA is available. The spot. What a decision, recognizing that maybe they're gonna try to jab tech the throw or something. I'm not sure, but Jamon on set point.
The Wilnas has the back against the wall, has to make it work this round. Okay.
2 for 2 on those sweeps. That fist also super difficult to punish at times too. It is multi-hitting. Not like that really matters too much in this matchup, but it is a factor.
Strong smash, just throwing J-Mom back all the way to full screen.
Yeah, but time with this life count now. 100 meter available for J-Mom, so you might see SBA or something scary. There it is. Yeah, we've seen that a couple times now. Going for reversal against the mix, doesn't want to have to guess.
Nothing, using it as well. Set my back against the wall. I gotta try something.
Oh, yep, goes for the guard crush. Able to punish there. Big DP goes for the low, setting up this pressure. Gonna be enough, not quite.
The TP with punish.
DP neutral.
Believe in
Okay,
victory.
this is the character. Galleon player enjoying Wilnas, it turns out.
As Ladiva player has learned the joys of having a meterless reversal.
Oh no, yeah. What have we done? J-Moss, guess I know you gotta go back, come back to Grapple, brother. Please. But yeah, that reversal's been doing really well for nothing right now. Able to find this confirmed, gotta be able to switch sides too and take this corner back.
The DVD logo punch from Wilnas gotta be one of the goofiest looking moves in the game.
I've never heard that is, yes, that's exactly. But J-Mob really close to taking this round. Oh, not the DP again. Run up and do it again. I dare you, nothing. The swagger, the walk up, the low. Nothing. Taking the round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Out of there. Some space with the knee. J-Ball going to find the counter hit. Not the full confirm.
Going for the neutral jump, thinking maybe a headbutt's going to happen. Oh, there's the SK. Finds the hit. Should be enough to kill. Yeah, no diamonds left, or 1 diamond left, it looks like, but doesn't matter. J-Mon on set point again. We've seen nothing in this position before. They want to tie it up, I imagine, and keep going, but J-Mon not going to make it easy for them.
Oh, giving us the swagger walk back and forth. J-Mom having letting nothing build a whole lot of meter because of it. He's just sitting here walking back and forth, 50 meter, 60 meter on the Wilnas side.
And we're up to 80 now. Oh no, yep, this could start being a problem here. Guess wrong and get something going. That far heavy, not quite catching, but J-Mom able to find the hit now. Start the corner pressure coming up here. There's that EX need, so crucial, very plus. Yeah, gonna go for the ult, but recognizing that is punishable and finding the hit this time. Really close here, gonna spend the SBA, delete the diamond, additional damage coming up. You gotta guess here, nothing. What's it gonna be? DP? Not quite.
Not yet, holding on to it. I'm sure it's coming sooner or later. The jump out, nothing, some space. SSBA is available. SSBA is not a factor. Lariat connect. J-Mom, like a PB&J for myself. It's strawberry.
Fair, fair. But here we go. We got Elsa queued up here with the Cag, and then Hava locking in the buffs. You know, buffs recently changed, right? Some buffs, some changes, right? And definitely a newer character, I feel like, at least in terms of having life breeds into them. So kind of a tricky matchup, right? Elsa's definitely gonna have to navigate that dive kick a little bit more. Very plus, has a lot of choices to deal with. Gotta be able to spot dodge the unblockable though.
Yeah, have a nice day already hitting Elsa with the check. Not even going for any of the setup with black flies and the karma or anything. Just saying, all right, can you dodge this?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you know, it's a good knowledge check, right? And you can just throw it out too. It's full screen. What are they gonna do? Maybe, I mean, I think maybe Cag can't do that, right? But I'm some other characters can do it, so just do it anyways. Catching out that super, not gonna be quite enough to kill. Oh, unfortunately, the throw just timed a little bit too early, or spaced a little bit too wrong. Not sure, but Elsa still has a lot of life to deal with. And yeah, gonna be able to snipe Hava there with the Spire.
Sticking those nails straight through the floor, catching up on the word, having a nice day. No, he's trying his hardest to encroach on Elsa's space to you into the push back out. You gotta do it all over again.
I like the idea of using the air traps too, trying to disrupt that airspace and make sure that, you know, maybe if they're trying to jump or use the dive kick, it'll challenge. Although I think the dive kick probably beats it, right? It's an attack, but who knows? Maybe not. Also content to just down back and it'll be opened up though. Hava finding the hit.
New black flies for that extra juggle.
Gonna be able to punish too. Not quite enough to get the full pickup. Lots of resources still available for Hava, and just kind of playing a little bit more patient, waiting for Elsa to try to make some sort of action, but of course playing patient always pays off in dividends.
Close medium check on the teleport. Make that able to kill. Yes, indeed. The 6/6 H-Link just at the very end.
Absolutely, yeah. Good routing there, recognizing, you know, able to get that full kill. So tricky, too, off of an air hit, right? I imagine the combo one was coming in really early, so... But good routing and then find the kill, tying it up. Also, though, in control early here in this round 3.
Dive. Fortunately not working out for Elsa, getting hit by that Chaos Calibur.
Right now having to set up this pressure, yeah, trying to wiggle to get the super going up. Has access to a lot of options, also trying to find some way to escape. Yeah, the old slash going to be a lot of damage coming up, getting the refund too.
I love that usage from Have a Nice Day as a response to Elsa trying to put down those traps. You see it, let it rip.
Yeah, gonna do it again too. Double spot dodge, avoiding the timing through the feathers. Having to get the punish. Uh-oh, yep. Has a lot of meter and just gonna be able to jab out of that pressure. Nice thing on the board.
Been a very common round ender in a lot of our matches here tonight. When someone's back is up against the wall in this kind of a weird Brave kind of situation, forget it. Far light. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, and it's, you know, when you're quicker buttons, right, and you're able to challenge from pretty safe distance, maybe go buffer something into an old skill. But Elsa going back to the Verxina now. I think it might be a better matchup. being able to kind of maybe utilize some of the better normals that she might have. The X Pillar is probably a really good choice. That DP is also really good.
Yeah, I imagine the Nimbus is a lot better at stuffing out some of those angles in the air that Ava's been approaching at. Because that super jump into Unisonic or JU kind of comes at a range where Verxina can cover that if she's ready.
Oh yeah, gonna super the ball here and gonna be able to find a hit. Not a lot of damage, but enough to delete that ball and find some sort of hits. So always good to take some of that meter economy away. So just trying to build that chip back up slowly.
Stuck in this corner though, the pushback allows her some space to run out. You know, let that stay for long. Unisonic going straight over. Have a Nice Day's navigation of the orbs has been pristine.
Yeah, good awareness to use that jump back too, just to build that space back up and wait for Elsa to make some sort of mistake and able to capitalize. Lucky being able to use that DP, or the dive, is super critical in this matchup too.
Disconnect, jump forward.
Yeah, recognizing the feather was just a little bit too slow and able to punish with the unblockable there. Kappa really starting to lock in, get this damage going. Gonna be quite enough to build all these resources, so gonna go for a hard knockdown.
Right, cancel off on the Unisonic. Elsa is able to get some space, goes for the jump scare, tried it.
Definitely betting the farm on seeing if the unblockable is gonna happen, right? But not working out for Elsa right now. Just barely able to escape the slash, but yeah, setting up that checkmate. So tricky. Hava up 2-0 against Elsa.
Hava's spaced game with the Black Fly is extremely potent in the closing moments of that game. Elsa was not able to mount really any sort of neutral game plan against it.
Yeah, it's so tricky, right? Especially with the changes to Verxina, I think definitely hurts her a little bit. It's still very much a fightable matchup, right? But also believing in the CAG, saying this is the character I'm going to take it all the way through. I'll start off strong here with this trap placement, but Hava able to secure this corner. It's so tricky.
Get the corner positioning, but Elsa isn't under a huge amount of duress just now. It's starting to ramp up a little bit as Hava's got her fully back to the corner and is playing this timer game.
Absolutely gonna go for old slash, but yeah, not gonna be able to get a full confirm, but reset into another 6XL anyways. So all this pressure, super is an option. Gonna cash it out.
Of that rooting from Have a Nice Day, generating just enough meter to recoup that bravery point that he had to spend so early in order to stabilize.
Hava just happy to play with some of this extra life that they have, gamble a little bit, and start building up that chip again.
Just letting things rip and get such an enormous health lead. Up back Unisonic though, catching the 2L press from Elsa. Now Hava's on the verge of a 3-0.
Yep, good jump back. That is one way to deal with the orb, but Hava able to stutter and get the pressure going. Again, stuck in this corner. Elsa just hasn't been able to find a way out. Hava not, of course, making it any easier for them. So lots of good pressure here. Gonna go for a fake out, forcing the BC early.
Wall bounce, and you get the cold confirm. Super is on the table as well. Elsa looking not long for this world. Hava all but a perfect in this round.
Oh yeah, just unfortunate trap placement. Gonna be punished by the EX Fireball. Have a Nice Day. Gonna be taking it 3-0.
Hey, we gotta rep one of our favorites. Princess Elsa pulling through with a raid of 14. Your run was fantastic tonight. Appreciate the raid. Thank you for showing up.
So far, Vermilion looking really strong here, setting up all this pressure. Xenzri doing a really good job just blocking, waiting for their turn, using the BC, and finding the anti-air.
Started for the first U-Star Chaser.
Yeah, unfortunately, Grenade just disappearing a little bit too early. Not able to get the full confirm, but right now, Vermilion able to get this hit in the corner, setting up some additional pressure. Maybe command grab or something, but DP is going to be able to escape.
And
this could be over. The dunk into the dunk. I cannot believe it. Bet in the farm, but it pays off. Getting on the board for this first round.
You know, if Beatrix has got anything that could earn that label, that might be the Brain Destroyer. 5U into 667 is crazy.
I mean, it pays off the brain scrambler even, but Vermilion putting on really good pressure here. Insurgent forcing the U fireball early just to get things going. But building the space is always critical.
Unfortunately, against someone like Beatrix, you can build that space, but maintaining it is where it becomes a monumental challenge. Beatrix lover able to push Insurgent back into the corner, bait out the throw, and we know how this goes. The damage of Beatrix never to be underestimated.
Absolutely. Insurgent's still alive. SSBA is available. You know, Vermilion just chucking buttons out right now. But now is in a little bit of trouble, right? If they get hit by Raw SSBA, a NorCal Classic, mind you, it could have been curtains, but Vermilion ready for it. They know that's their hometown. They're not going to get hit by it ever. Going back to character select, though. Thinking about it, thinking things over, icing out a little bit.
Is that some shots fired I hear at NorCal?
No, I love those guys. Specifically Vermilion and Terra. Big fans. I love them all, right? But it's their tech. They claim that as their own. I'm just spreading the gospel is all.
I was about to ask, what's the NorCal versus SoCal like these days? Is that a rivalry still?
You know, it's camaraderie, I think, than it is rivalry. But we'll get one going again real soon, I'm sure. You know, Insurgent trying to get this pressure going. Has a lot of meter. Yeah, gotta cash it out really early. Wants to make sure that Vermilion's not getting anything going here. And now we got the rat race in the corner.
Star Chaser, but Insurgent, all he has to do is back up a little bit and maintain that space elegantly.
Be able to cash out that damage. Not quite enough. Delta Clock is an option. Trying to go for chip out. Yeah, gonna be able to punish that roll.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh my goodness, we're chucking out Hail Marys now. Might as well, right?
Sometimes you gotta just send it.
Sometimes, you know, it's a good button, it turns out. But yeah, unfortunately, timing on that jab just a little bit too early, and now Insurgent able to kind of build up some of this momentum. Has a lot of meter available, but Vermilion just does not care going in for the aggression. Has the throw.
You can be willing to be reserved in your application of the gas as Beatrix. You gotta be, when you want to be on it, you better be all on it. And,
So true.
Vermilion most certainly is that.
But, you know, right now, Insurgent's got Vermilion. Oh my gosh, kick the gun. Might as well. But so tricky, right? You know, Vermilion does. Of course, Eustace is like a lesser use character. Right? Still really strong. Vermilion does have a lot of practice against the Eustace as well. So it's kind of on Insurgent. But I'm sure Insurgent has plenty of practice against Beatrix. Am I right?
And putting that to use, surely.
Victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Able to tie it up here. And, you know, Vermilion sticking with Beatrix, too. I think maybe the confidence from that first game, build it up. And it wasn't, like, too bad, right, that game, too. They found their hits, and it's just Insurgent able to get the gap a little bit better.
Vermilion did a good job of closing it in this one. Just the job of maintaining this corner positioning against the Insurgent that is still critical. Whatever Insurgent gets out, he's been able to put down a staggering neutral game that has hampered Vermilion's advances a lot that last one.
Wow, 2L SBA. He's definitely one of the hardest confirms I've seen. But finding the hit and deleting the Diamond 2, so now Oh my gosh, no, not the Delta fly. It calls to us. And that was so cool for a second.
Insurgent comes out with the sickest hit confirm I've seen. 2M SBA and Beatrix, the Delta clock never fails.
Just gonna hits the Lamau button and goes for it, but Insurgent able to punish his DP, get a good start. Cool combos too, absolutely. I love DP combos, they're my favorite in any fighting game ever. But right now Insurgent not making it easy for Vermilion, has all this meter too to cash out and make sure stay here.
Corner now, and despite Vermilion's DP deficit, all he needs is one hit. He's found it. SBA. It's gonna be tough.
It is. Yeah, it is. Vermilion going up 2-1. You know, Insurgent had the idea of going for the shimmy, but unfortunately, you know, Vermilion was able to block it and able to punch the Raging Strike appropriately. Insurgent not making it easy, but, you know, has to fight through that life deficit a little bit.
Taking it up with the chip damage and the incidental damage from all these projectiles.
Yeah, but that far heavy's been doing a lot of mileage there for Vermilion, trying to find some hit and confirm it, but Insurgent slowly work their way back out. 1 point left here for Insurgent, so able to PC once more. Finds the jump in. This should be the kill.
Well, Insurgent hanging on. We're gonna see a game 5 here in our winners finals. I sure hope so.
I hope so, man. I like seeing Granblue. This game's pretty fun. It turns out, but you know, Insurgent trying to play this out, slow play, walk the dog, so to speak. But Vermilion not making it easier for them. Finding the low confirm. Big damage over there.
DP and Insurgent ripping one back. Don't care if yours is in a combo. Mine's on OTL on my turn back.
Now, one of the challenges too is Beatrix just has so much meter available, so any sort of hit could be fatal. Not quite built up yet for DP. There is one available now. Has to be really wise about their meter usage and make sure they don't get hit. One old fireball gone.
Cell catches.
Good spot dodge there too by Vane, able to avoid the ult skill. Good tech from Insurgent. Oh, so unfortunate. Not quite enough to get the full confirm though.
One from Insurgent is close enough though. Not going to be lethal. We're going to need the setup afterwards.
Grenades here. We got some placement, detonation. Yeah, trying to force a chip out. Gonna be able to get the kill. Tying it up. We're going to game 5.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Did you guys know that riding free beats all versions of useless rat race, even from basically full screen? I can feel the malice behind that fun fact. The absolute venom that fun fact was dripped in.
Right now, you know, I think we're setting up some of that propaganda coming in. Vermilion wanting to chase down Insurgent. I'm making it for him. Whoa! All right, it's clearly 8 o'clock at night. It's time for bed. Getting hit by Raw Raging Strike. Vermilion, no diamonds left.
Far heavy connects. We get the 668 extension. Gonna be no BP faced with a baseball swing out of the park.
That was so much damage. That was gross. That was gross. Oh, but you know, the down ball. Oh, a nice punish. Insurgent ready for it. Get this corner too.
Insurgent kind of bet the farm on that one.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes you gotta, right? But, you know, not working out, lots of damage down. Has 50 meters, so it does have a reversal available. Sometimes you can't be scared, gotta do it again, maybe. The X-Knee, BC's out. No more diamonds left for Insurgent.
Insurgent to the corner, another one. 2 for the books for Insurgent. 2M Super.
2M Super. Yeah, so good. And good awareness, too, recognizing that even though you can't, like, spot dodge that, so card cancel is not an option either. So, but yeah, we're down to it. Last round, game 5.
Hey, there's that Virum fun fact coming to play.
More like an unfun fact, right? But, you know, Beatrix trying to close this gap here. It's the run-up command grab like Shy Escape. Uh-oh. Gonna be able to Raging Strike loop. We're gonna maybe go for one more, see if we can get the kill. It's looking like it. Insurgent gonna be taking it over. Vermilion 3-2 in a clutch game 5, round 3.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Regardless of how this set goes, there will be one player who started out this top 8 in losers, going to be making it to the losers finals. Both of them having to climb that mountain.
Yeah, but right now this mountain's not looking too easy for Jaman. Of course, you know, going slow fireball, fast fireball, slash. It's so tricky, right? Just walk up. Maybe headbutt could be an option, but it's so tricky trying to pin down Have a Nice Day or strong player.
Yeah, especially with the dynamics of the Ladiva buff matchup. The black flies creating just such a wall that it can be pretty difficult to navigate through.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really about playing to your advantage, right? The SBA is definitely a good answer, but you really only get one of those a game, or one of those a round, but uh-oh, Dima, find the thread and hit. Super is available for Hava, though.
Will we see it, though, is the question. Not this round.
Gosh, the damage on isn't Bubs a healthy character too? I guess not that healthy.
He's got some meat on him.
A little bit of chunk, but John, good navigation. Went down to their last hit, but made it count. Just a slow walk down, going for the parry, recognize the cancel is going to come.
Hava totally content to play this 2/3 screen game. Throw the black flies, catch spot dodge attempts with Chaos Caliber, rinse and repeat. The damage racks up either way.
Here it is, going for the Lariat Super again, finding a hit. Are we going to see a repeat? Have a Nice Day has a lot more HP this time. Yeah, going to spend that old DP really early.
But the force field rip. Anything you can do to push this Ladiva back into the game that you are trying to play here as Beelzebub is so incredibly valuable.
Absolutely. Gonna go for the 6-6M to close it out too. A little bit of a risk, but recognizing Jaman's got to find a way in, of course. They're gonna be holding forward. Gonna be able to get that kill.
Oh no.
Yeah, back to square one.
Just refusing to be deleted.
They don't want to, man. You know, sometimes you just gotta respect it. But Have a Nice Day starting the aggression off. You know, spending that ult skill a little bit more, trying to get some refunds. But Jaman not making it easy. Trying to find some hit. 6XL, 2M. Get out.
Yeah, we got something going though. J-Mom still got nearly 100 meter on deck and has pushed Have a Nice Day all the way to the corner. But the shadow step from Beelzebub is a surefire way to get yourself out of dodge.
Absolutely, and you know, I'm trying to go for the low to get that pressure going, but Hava just barely able to block and get the kill. Hava going up, game one. Gonna be a bit of a long ride here, but you know, it's the game plan you have to play to, right? It's, you know, on JMOM to make their efforts in, and you have to kind of make that mistake, but they have to make those hard decisions too, and it's working out really well for Hava.
That it certainly is. Locking JMOM down in the corner, playing extremely deliberate game here on the Bubs. Not overextending nearly at all. The only times that Hava is going in is when he feels like wagering on a Unisonic, or if he's punishing a sweep like just now.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's paying off dividends, but of course, you know, there's not a lot of tools that JMOM can use, right? You know, we've seen Layered a couple times, we saw the SBA go in and challenge the hold on the feathers, but those are such limited tools, right? You get one SBA, maybe two if there's a lot of wiggling, but it's so hard at times. Roll can be a little bit tricky because you get punished on the slow shot, so it's just come on JMOM to try to figure out a way in, and it's so tricky. They're doing as best as they possibly can.
The only thing that I can maybe think is to try and headbutt some of these uncharged light fireballs for some extra meter. Maybe earn yourself another SBA per round. But the fireball change-ups from Have a Nice Day have just been so unpredictable. It could be really difficult to want to go for them.
Yeah. Also, like you mentioned, the change up and delaying the fireball timing, it's so tricky, right? Maybe spot dodge, then headbutt or something, but it's so tricky and you have to do it so quick. But we're getting close to chip out point here. Yeah, gonna BC thinking maybe the old skill's coming in. There's another BC and the DP to close it out. Have a nice day, going up 2-0. I've got one more game to make this happen. Try to go for the reversal here. They're believing in their character, though.
That interaction was actually so well thought out by Have a Nice Day. Deliberately not using the heavy DP, the faster version, which caught the spot dodge from JMOM because he used the deliberately slower one.
Absolutely, but yeah, this SBA coming out really early, you know, just a lot of walk back. Uh-oh, big punish opportunity, recognizing Hava's been spending that a little bit early. Gonna be able to get the crouch confirmed too. It's looking really good. Can people find the kill? JMOM on the board. Have a nice day. 2 rounds away from taking the set, but gotta be able to guess in. That 6XL punish every time is so critical against this.
And with Karma being the way that it is, able to get those full extensions on crouching mid-screen for not a whole lot of resource investment is so valuable.
So yeah, trying to blue lariat through, but Have a Nice Day ready for it. Yeah, just chucking buttons. Uh-oh, yeah, unfortunate timing, Raging Strike instead of a BC. Gonna be able to jump out of this lariat, or the command grab to get the kill. Have a Nice Day 1 round away from taking the set.
Battle 3. Engage.
JMOM is fighting something that feels like calling it an uphill battle would be a gross understatement. He is trying to pull out everything he possibly can to make something work, and it is so difficult.
Yeah, there's just so much pushback on all these moves, and you gotta figure out, thread the needle somehow, but it's so tricky. Does have SBA available, so maybe waiting for the feathers once they come back from cooldown, but the far heavy gonna be able to clutch in, get some additional damage going. Hava setting up some checkmate scenarios coming up here. Has all this meter available. 6XL confirming into the wall bounce. It should be enough if we can get it.
Into the super for the extra damage. Have a nice day. With the slowest perfect we'll see all night. 40 seconds.
A little variety coming out. A little bit more chaos, I think, too, as opposed to that last match.
I mean, when Lowain's on screen, what else can you ask for, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, some spaghetti. That sounds good. A little bit of dinner. Have it trying to eat good and show off. It's working out pretty well. Vermilion stuck in the corner now.
Get upset the boys lead. Go 2 parfaits in a row. We got 100 meter.
Absolutely, yeah. Just cash out early. Goes for the human pyramid attack just to see. Are you ready for it? Oh my gosh, how many highs? Only highs. Able to escape the throw.
And the BP. Oh my god, that didn't hit either of them. Are you kidding me?
So heartbreaker, but you know, the 6XL round start, so strong. Both these characters have pretty good 6XL. You know, of course, Lowain's got kind of a disjoint on theirs with the stanky leg coming out, but of course, Beatrix also a really strong one as well. Lots of reward off them for both characters.
We're looking at Hava using this 5U. What does Lowain do with the plate when he's done eating? Is he eating the plate too?
You know, maybe. When you think about it, like carbs are just edible plates, right? So maybe it's just like a funny fantasy tortilla or something. Who knows? I mean, come on. What is a sandwich, right? It's 2 pieces of bread. That's your plate. And it's a vessel for meat and lettuce and tomato. What about burritos, right? That's a vessel for whatever you put burritos in. I had a breakfast burrito personally. I could have just had ham and eggs and cheese on a plate, but I did the burrito instead. Look at Tubbie coming out. Yep. None of this Beatrix stuff. We're pulling out the main squeeze. Looks like it's already paying off some dividends here for Vermilion.
Already back to the corner, down a couple BP, in stark contrast to really any situation we saw in game 1.
Absolutely, but able to find the needle and thread it there appropriate, and now able to secure the corner. 1 diamond left, not a lot metered either, so gonna try to build some HP, maybe a parfait or 2 back up. It is, of course, all RNG, so good luck, but finding the jab again, and the wall bounce. Didn't quite have the cooldowns there.
Some health back. Couple eats there. But not to be able to super for some longevity. Vermilion should close it out.
Absolutely, yeah, going for that again. Reset after the lasso with the 2L. Backdash worked the first time, but not quite there on the second time. Such tricky timing. You are at advantage on the lasso, but gonna go for the trade. I think that definitely works out more for Hava's favor, right? We don't have a lot of skill meter available, and Hava's got everything going for them right now.
Explosion. Oh, tried to use skill back. Fortunately, Lowain wins just about every use skill interaction with that wheel.
Absolutely, but able to block the DP too, and lucky with you know, 2B, she doesn't have to worry too much about routing with that weird body slam recovery there. Able to find the hit into the confirm here, not quite dead. Gonna reset into the bros.
Salad real quick. Oh, whiff punish with 2M. A quick run back from Hava. And now we got HPA in the face. At this point, you can just go for chips.
Yeah, gonna have to, right? Maybe spot dodge. Here comes the chip, and yeah, forced to respect it. Could maybe spot dodge or try to go for, I don't know, could you float maybe after like a double jump? But so tricky on that pressure.
No, those fireworks reach so high.
Yeah, good point. There's that float we were just talking about. Yeah, able to deal with the cat missiles at least. So one of those off. What the hell was that? Straight, I'm sorry. Somebody exploded. I'm not sure who.
Oh man, Lowain's wheel is such a move.
Absolutely. Speaking of the move, the dev team coming in. Thanks for the raid. 6 amigos. We're in top 3 here. Good survival here of the human pyramid. Able to get the throw. Press the pressure on, but the escape.
Both of the boys getting smacked out with one single slice from Tubbie.
That activeness really does help. Able to delete the diamond too, so now have a nice day in a little bit of trouble. Good tech there. Oh, punishes the parfait. Big opportunity, spends the Raging Strike. This should be enough to get the kill. Absolutely. Vermilion tying it up, 1 game apiece.
Hava just went from the highest high of rolling spaghetti into parfait into the lowest low of having the second one punished and losing the round.
You know, you live by the food, you die by the food. You gotta have a balanced diet, I guess, and not quite enough. Oh my gosh, that punished? That's crazy. I guess it was a little bit weird on the disjoint, but right now Vermilion cashing out all that skill gauge to confirm that corner.
Damage in doing so as well. Forcing Hava to use that 50 to get out of the corner.
Absolutely, yeah. Even using the body splash, pretty safe there, so but got the hit too, and here we go. HPA again. Pod throw, but gonna go for this cancel early. BC, BC.
The delay 2L.
Battle 2. Engage.
Getting there. That 6XL able to stuff out. It's pretty big, but of course Vermilion trying to chase down. A little tricky there with the auto combos. Able to just barely escape with that counter.
Bot laser, sniping Vermilion through. I got the missiles, eat some corn behind it, hop off the health.
Just good awareness, and that DP just barely able to clip Hava. Finds the low this time. Gonna spend the Raging Strike just to catch out a little bit of damage. Maybe set up a scenario with the maybe gravity or something a little bit unknown. Goes for the bits instead. Attacked by Hava again. Immediate throws, put them back at full screen.
And they're coming back to bail Lowain out when Vermilion gets in for the first time in a while.
Vermilion not falling for any sort of backdash mash attempt or anything like that, but it's still such an uphill battle. Has a lot of resources still. Chip out is a factor now. Gonna be able to pressure with that far M, getting the kill. Hava going up 2-1.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Oh, this Lowain slowly but surely eating away at the sanity of Vermilion. Every time he's able to mount something, there's a couple things waiting for him. A brave counter into a run back, call the boys and eat some food. Or the 100 meters on deck, there's an HPA coming.
There's the bros again, back at full screen. 6XL, I can't believe from downtown finding the hit. Trying to thread the needle there, but Vermilion coming in strong. I think one of the challenges too is that, like, we talked about the meter economy, right? With Lowain, and he's always trying to build up meter or build up HP. Everything 2B does spends her meter economy too through skill gauge, right? Or EX meter. So it's just like this matter of, can you make sure Lowain's not doing anything? And being able to cash out this damage appropriate right now, Vermilion trying to make their run for their money, and it's going out pretty well.
With Lowain, his bravery points like mean a little bit less, depending on how he chooses to spend his meter.
Absolutely good block on the bros there. It's always low than high, but so tricky because sometimes it's off screen. Boba coming in this time. Oh, able to challenge the run-up, and this should be the kill.
It will certainly have a on set point now, 1 round away from running it back to winners finals. Or grand finals, excuse me.
Absolutely. Finds a jump in. A late jump light. Finding that hit. All the bros coming out now. Right now, Hava putting on all the gas right now. Just maintaining this momentum as much as possible. 1 bravery point down here from Vermilion, trying to make something happen, but it's the pressure and just able to be blocked here. Hava really comfortable right now. Fortunate drop too. That's so critical. Can't be having that this late. But Hava finding the hit. Oh, this might be enough to get the kill. No, not quite.
Quite, but Vermilion's still on death's door though. No health, no BP. All he's got is some skill gauge and 100 meter to work with.
There's the lasso, finds the low again. We've seen that a couple times there from Vermilion. Going to be able to cash out the damage, take the 2 diamonds away. Not going to be quite enough. It is a low damage starter.
BP away is important, but have to make the most of it. The no escape throw will do just that. Vermilion stays alive for the time being.
Gosh, the rift to just run up and throw. We've seen Hava challenge a couple times, but yeah, like you mentioned, the no escape just a little bit late on the button tech there. Now we got the bits coming out. Hava putting themselves in the corner, but it's okay. We've seen Bros come out and save them a couple times here.
Times they build some space, enough time for Lowain to get some meter for himself. Vermilion's not out of it by any stretch. Still in Lowain's face until the boys say it's time to leave.
Able to block that 6-6H is really good. Not punishable and able to get a DP, but Vermilion right now really trying to cash out everything, make as much damage as possible, forcing Hava to guess here again. Not a lot of resources available to make something happen when they do get the hit, but totally respecting Hava to try to block everything out. So close on the lasso too. Finds the low! We're going to game 5, folks. We got this. Who wants it more?
It's so tough. Vermilion, of course, desperate for that run back against Insurgent. Have a nice day. Hungry to give us a grand finals that we have seen many and many a time around here.
Absolutely, Hava putting on this pressure here with the Bros, but Vermilion pushing them in the corner. Uh-oh, counter hit. Gonna go for the salad though. I like that decision, trying to maintain the advantage a little bit more that way.
Maintain that spacing, and yeah, when Hava has 100 meter, you can almost bet the HPA is coming out. At the very least, you get all of this space. At the best, you're able to sweep the leg and get some extra damage and put the screws to Vermilion.
Yeah, now it's on Vermilion to get the conversion, but finds the throw. Good start. Unfortunately, yeah, not going to be able to get the full confirm there. Jab into the low. Going to be able to lock it in. Hava again on set point.
Battle 2. Engage.
Vermilion went for some sick stuff there with the baseball swing mid-screen. This is the second time.
Beats the BC this time. Hits the second low. Going to be able to cash out a little bit. Not a lot of skill gauge, so yeah, just going to try to refund, get some back, and restart this pressure again. Having a little bit of trouble, but even if they get the hit, which they do, they still have a whole nother round to deal with.
Spend one more. It's not quite enough to kill.
Yeah, trying to go for the chip out now. Bros. Oh, the kitchen sink's coming out. Yigi's coming out. Okay, here's the real Mario Party. You ready for it? How do we deal with this?
All you need to do is survive. You can laser the recovery when she gets back out. Tries to hook in, but it's stuffed out by the orb.
Eats the food to stay alive, and yeah, able to beat the parry out. Of course, Vermilion going back. We're game 5, round 3. It's coming down to this.
That's a loss. Oh, you caught reaching.
Finds the rockets to be able to stabilize his confirm here. Yeah, but eating good right now. And then he's got to find some sort of way. That's the first high ender I think we've seen on the auto combo. Here comes HPA.
legs. It's enough.
Oh, and it is! Have a nice day! Gonna be moving on to grand finals, eliminating Vermilion in third. Oh my god.
That's one that I've seen plenty and plenty of times that typically goes have a nice day as well. Bubs, of course, coming with his own set of merits.
Setting on this pressure really strong to get things going. Good start here from Hava. Of course, Hava is in loser's side, right? So still has to reset the bracket, which does mean Insurgent has a couple games to play with still. Insurgent wins the first of three, they win the tournament.
It's always a difficult battle, though, against someone of Have a Nice Day's caliber. Oh, no. Chaos caliber not doing him any favors.
Yeah, I'm so surprised it dropped. Uh-oh, SSBA finds the hit. Gonna delete the man. Not quite dead, though. Blocks the... He's dead now, right? Detonate? Absolutely. What a conversion. Insurgent ready for it. 2 hits? That's all they really needed.
Battle 2. Engage.
Insurgent, that is so aware. We saw that interaction come up in the set against J-Mom, where that medium DP was used to beat spot dodge on a chip out scenario there. And Insurgent knew. Timed the spot dodge exactly right to beat that option in particular, and got the round because of it.
Oh yeah, it was so close too. Half of it was all going them, and just, one mistake sometimes is enough. Get the capitalization. Uh-oh, here it comes again. Insurgent starting to capitalize.
Oh, a little bit of a wide on the unisonic attempt there.
See, even though Hava's still, a little bit down, but gonna be able to get this hit confirmed, spending the Rage Strike early, trying to go for these loops. Quite enough to get the kill.
Has no BP, has no health, but had the meter had he not gotten his legs caught out from under.
Absolutely. And have a good awareness too, playing that full screen game, recognizing, oh, grenade's coming, let me back up. It's okay, I can build the space, I have the life anyways. Just avoid it entirely.
Dodge the grenade, I don't want any of that in my face.
Old BC into the DP. We've seen that pay off now again. Another BC from Hava here, down to 1 diamond. We'll be able to get the unblockable this time. And again, just so patient from Insurgent. Ready for it? Oh yeah, there's a command grab though. It's one of the few tools that you just don't remember sometimes from Bubs, and he'll do it. Setting up chip out scenario possibly. Oh, the 6XL. I was so ready for like 2U SSBA or something crazy like that.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
If only, if only. We've seen it a couple times from Insurgent not to be here in Grand Finals Game 1. If that's any indicator of how the rest of the set is going to go, folks. We got a long one in our hands.
Yeah, I mean, Insurgent, definitely had that wherewithal to get through things. Whoa, 668 to blow through the pressure. I like that option. And the trade, too, off the dive kick. Gonna be able to BC out of the unblockable too. Doesn't want to have to take that additional damage, of course. Damage is starting to be a factor here. 1 diamond left.
Hava has a little bit of that buffer without the damage penalty. He's not gonna kill. Oh, but this certainly will.
Oh my gosh, I have to imagine. I don't know, maybe worried about throw or command grab, who knows? But yeah, that's a dead Insurgent. Hava on the board here. In the first round in game 2.
Dropping Jupiter on the edge. Karma? Using that gravitational field left over from the planet you just dropped.
Choosing to not detonate the grenade as a way to reset pressure really strong. There's the DP, finds the hit. Old Bull's not quite enough to punish.
The DP for the anti-air confirm. That's so sick.
So yeah, what awareness. We saw it a couple times, the attempts, but Insurgent finally landing it this time. Super critical. A couple options here. Maybe an unblockable coming their way. Who knows? EX dive kick this time. Finds the counter hit.
The link into 6XL off of it. Maybe enough, even with the optimizations. I don't think so. We'll rely on that whiff punish to close it.
Good awareness, trying to pressure that jab there. Insurgent on the board, tying it up. Or maybe tying up the game count, who knows? Half, of course, not making it any easier for them.
The floating hit as well. Not able to link the H rat race, unfortunately. Limiting the combo ability of that conversion drastically.
Yeah, so tricky, but, you know, now Insurgent just content to block it out. Oh, there it is again, the BC DP immediately. Baits the command grab. And gonna be able to cash out a lot of damage here.
Gonna get the grenade set into the jump. Catches a backdash too. It's all about the meter now. We're gonna get it. Yes, we do, but we can't use it.
No, I had to imagine maybe Raging Strike could have been quite enough, but it's so scary, right? All right, 1 BC point left. Hava building a lot of meter. DPs anyway. Insurgent tying it up.
1-1. These players only deal in parity. Their sets are so close every single time. This one is going to be going the distance.
Again, we've seen that a couple times now. The 6-6H to challenge the feathers here. But, oh my gosh, the suction on that too. Good awareness from Insurgent to be able to try to evade as much as possible. But Hava has his corner. Is going to start off this pressure really strong.
Get the detonation there. Finally finds it, but the DP just says get off me.
Yeah, Hava able to jab out, maybe thinking that close H is coming, just mistimed it, but Insurgent's been doing a really good job of challenging the zoning and being able to counter zone. But here comes a counter zoning attempt of Hava's own. 1 diamond left, so additional damage is on the table here against Insurgent.
It's been the tail of the tape so far here in this grand finals. Insurgent is constantly playing on the back foot with regards to the BP economy.
Yeah, it's so tricky, whether it's dealing with the unblockable or dealing with the plus frames and the dive kick. There's just so many choices you have to spend your BP on and make sure, you know, combo extensions, whatever it is. There's the initial one, but yeah, just really quick to recover. Hava starting to run away with it a little bit here, but meter going back down to about even.
Slow kill to buy some space. So slowly getting some meter. That grenade stuffing out the U skill is critical.
Yeah, gonna wait it out here and just kind of build that real state back for Insurgent. Luckily, trade there, not too much damage on it, but Insurgent going back into that corner now. Has to think about some option. It's out to use Karma.
Blockable, but only got the single hit off of it.
Has the grenade set. Anything to set it off here. Yeah, just a little bit too late. Find some additional damage here potentially.
There's that second to last DP spent, and the super does not do it. The grenade will just gently roll over to have a nice day. Insurgent can get that leisurely pickup.
I was so worried the grenade wasn't going to pick up. Insurgent, well aware, knows the timers, able to press out of the pressure from Hava. Trying to set this, yeah, detonate up, and Hava doesn't want any of that. Able to block the DP this time.
Get a massive punish with this Karma extension into the corner. Almost all of that combo still on standing, so you get a little bit of extra credit. Insurgent taking the chapter out of Have a Nice Day's book, just 5L out of the corner.
Oh, the command grab, beating out the Raging Strike. Yeah, unfortunately thinking a BC was going to happen, but right there. Luckily, they were able to save the diamond, so not going to be taking additional damage, but it's not looking good for Insurgent. Hava has all this damage available. Going to find the kill on the DP, or sorry, the dive kick. 2-1. Hava 1 game away from resetting the bracket.
Indeed, he is. Been very, very close on both sides. I honestly thought for a second Insurgent might have been looking at a 2-1 score of his own. Have a nice day, staying in it in a huge way.
Yeah, really able to kind of abuse these plus range. There's the anti-air. 3rd time's this charm, finding this corner conversion too. Tried to bait the DP, yeah, but unfortunately using the H1, so we're able to get the hit early.
The slow kill doesn't allow for that air unblockable situation that we saw before. A little bit too far away for that one.
Absolutely. And Hava's been doing such a good job at navigating the grenade placements, worried about the EX grenade, and again, the super coming out this time just to be able to take their turn back. Hava's looking really strong here, has all the bravery points available. Insurgent's got a lot of meter though. SSBA could be a factor.
It almost seems like Have a Nice Day is just playing for chip. Insurgent doesn't have a whole lot more health left to give, and every Chaos Caliber that connects on block shreds that.
6-6 H, not quite enough there. Insurgent trying to make something happen here. Oh, finds an initial hit. Has 50 meter to DP now. Has a lot of options available. Gotta worry about something. Oh, no unblockable. 10 seconds left. We're running out of time. Could be an issue. Finds the throw, but not quite enough. Green grenade. Yeah, gonna block it out. Gonna go for the BC. That should be enough. Have a nice day. Playing to time. 1 round away from resetting the bracket.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh, keeping it low and slow is Have a Nice Day. That's the way to do it. The timer is your friend if you got the life lead there. Like I said, run away from a reset, and I would not be the least bit surprised if we had a reset and a full-on second lead.
Able to block the DP though. Insurgents saying, hey, not quite. Check this out. Finding the hit. Having to deal with the grenade. Good tech though. One of the challenges too Insurgents has to deal with now, again, like you mentioned, the BP economy has been really low for Insurgent. Down to 1 diamond, so taking additional damage. Command grab coming in, no diamonds now, full damage. This could be critical.
God, Anthem at no BP does so much damage. Have a nice day. All he has to do is chip the rest of Insurgent's health bar away, or find that stray 6-6M. To give us our grand finals reset.
Absolutely, we are reset now. It's now 1st to 3 the full way through. Scores are reset. Doesn't matter what happened in the past. It's all down to what's going on now. I believe we're locking in the same characters here. Working out pretty well for Hava. Insurgents made it this far with Eustace. See if they can take it all the way through.
Victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Indeed, gotta see it to the end one way or another. Starting off by stuffing out that 6-6M that took his first set life and forcing Have a Nice Day early into the right side corner.
Yeah, lots of aggression here from Insurgent too, setting on all this pressure early. Wants to avoid that. Wow, Hava luckily getting away with that relatively scot-free. Now able to start this aggression here with the dive kick.
All things considered, getting punished with just a far light for having your DP whip like that is about as good as you can ask for.
Yeah, absolutely, but it doesn't matter anyways. It's Insurgent able to capitalize off the grenade detonation conversion on the board here.
2-8 from Insurgent, catching the startup of the Unisonic.
Oh, whiff throw, but no punish there, so Insurgent able to get out relatively safely, but now stuck in the corner. Yeah, being able to use that teleport to switch sides super critical. Even if you're in the corner, it doesn't matter for too long.
blocked out. Insurgent holding on to it, forcing his way out with the yellow grenade.
Perfect throw bait. Gotta go for the delay UDP just to take the corner back. Finds a counter hit, but no confirm. Another counter hit. Oh, this should be a lot of damage. Building up a lot to SFBA. This should be enough.
Knife in with a shot. Game 1 of the reset to Insurgent.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Insurgent not out of it yet, of course. You know, maybe they just want to play more games. You know, might as well practice a little bit. But have a nice day, of course. Strong player, totally not out of it. 1 DP down a piece.
You gotta be a little bit deliberate as to where you spend the rest of them. Insurgent has felt a bit worse for wear this set. He's out early. He'd been spending BP in the previous one.
Absolutely, but that stare down now. Hava has command of the corner. Those dive kicks have been doing a lot of good pressure, eating up those bravery points. Finds the hit this time. Uh-oh, oh man, this is gonna be a dead Insurgent here. SPA is available, cashing out real early. Have a nice day on the board.
Spares us the entire hold version of the super. Instead, just forget it. I know the spike's gonna go.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you gotta lab your B&Bs in grand finals, you know, just to make sure you got them still. But Insurgent starting all this pressure. Oh, but a block DP. Have a nice day. Gonna be getting a full combo off of this.
Yep. We'll have the super as well. We're gonna let the spear rock. No, we're just gonna reset into karma and make sure that second punch will be the lethal one.
Spending all that damage, gonna find the finish. Hava tying it up, 1-1 apiece. Big start. Gonna go right back into it. Definitely believing in it.
I wouldn't have it any other way than a barn burner in our grand finals. A 3-1 reset. We're still at parity, and have a nice day. His foot is on the gas.
So the Insurgent just weathering the storm as best as they can. Gonna go for the throw this time and just kind of reset that pressure. Insurgent threading the needle too, and now have a little bit of trouble here.
Space, deep.
Interesting usage of the EX rat race and then immediate cancel. Maybe try to get Hava to DP or spend something, but wasn't biting. Oh, there's another one right there. Oh, there's the clash and the throw. Both players ready for it.
That was something. How many times are we gonna see it tonight, Dave? He's so on top of it.
I want to see it another like 10 times at least. That would be really appreciated. It's almost like that belongs in like a Call of Duty quick scope montage, right? Just boom, boom, 2-piecing, hit markers and all. Insurgent on the board, taking the lead here in Grand Finals reset.
Going to be the one to take that 2-1 advantage in the reset, especially the mental advantage there. The momentum is huge to have that 2-1 lead.
Chucks the grenade, Hava ready to spot dodge immediately. Insurgent definitely starting to pick up a little bit more on the TK dive timings, but uh-oh, they're in the corner now. Again, that dive, a lot of mileage there for Hava, trying to make something happen. These buttons are so difficult to contest for Insurgent.
Yeah, the only thing that really shares those range is the Flamic Thunder, and he's not comfortable pressing it there. Instead, we'll wait for Hava to run up. We can find the shimmy, link into the U-Flamic, and now Insurgent is up 2-1 in the set.
That was such a cool interaction, you know, getting the jump out to punish and then going for the additional throw bait there just to make sure that they recognize, oh, I don't have quite enough damage to kill. I need to reset and just ready for it. Insurgent now in the driver's seat, putting on all this pressure. Finally finds the grenade hit in the corner. It's looking all good for Insurgent right now. One hit could be enough.
Ooh, the walk under from Have a Nice Day is critical there to reversing the situation.
Yes, quick 6XL into the 2M, gonna be enough. Insurgent on tournament point here. One round away from taking it.
The hurt box of Unisonic getting stumped out by that 2H. A second one as Hava's attempt goes wide.
There's the DP though, Hava ready for it. Still maintaining that composure, finding the hit. Gonna be able to get a confirmation off the wall bounce as well. Insurgent gonna be in a little bit of trouble.
For the grenade catches, that's huge, but Hava is never dissuaded from that 5L.
Insurgent playing really reserved here, ready for those throw baits by just doing 2L instead. Oh, but yeah, gonna be able to catch and get the detonate. Hava staying alive here, wants to tie up the game count here. Insurgent not letting it happen easily though.
Go down like that. Have a Nice Day trying to give us a game 5 here in our grand finals reset.
Yep, gonna use that detonate there, try to get things going. Insurgent down to 1 diamond already, so additional damage is a factor. We've seen this a couple times not play out for Insurgent. Finds the DP on the dive though. So scary for Insurgent. Baits the throw, finds the hit. Grenade dead. Big start.
They strip away that last bravery point. The damage is racking up. It's not quite enough, but the next touch will certainly do it.
Back into BC. Uh-oh, command grab's still an option available for Hava. Gotta be ready for it. Oh no, here it comes. What's gonna happen? Baits the throw and gets the kill. Insurgent's gonna be taking it.